And we are live here at Bobcat Field in beautiful crime-free Corning, Arkansas. Better late than never, they say. We have had all kinds of troubles early on. The top half of the first inning has done come and gone. Bo Young was very dominant on the pitcher's mound on the rubber today for the Corning Bobcats here in the home and seasoner opener for Corning. Here's a pickoff attempt to first. Guthrie was the leadoff batter for Corning. He got on base here on first with walks, and he's got him a good little leadoff here. Up to bat right now for Corning is Bo Young. And, guys, again, we apologize. This is Corning Sports live coverage of Corning Bobcat baseball. Apologize. We had all kinds of issues early on. We struggled mightily. We had a cameraman or two, actually had two cameramen that were supposed to be here, and neither one showed up, which made us change how we run our cameras and where they're at. And I don't know if Colton can go through those cameras there, but we've got unmanned cameras in about every spot we can think of. We're trying to give you – it's so tough when you don't have a camera that's manned in baseball, so we apologize. And this won't be the best of streams tonight production-wise, but hopefully we can get through it. I'm your host, your play-by-play commentator, Andy Earls. To my right side, my partner in crime, Mr. Colton Lettyman. Thank goodness he's here. He's at least running through the cameras for me there. He'll also have the score in the inning. This is the bottom half of the first inning. Nice base hit, a rope right between the shortstop and third baseman by Bo Young. And I tell you what, Cole Guthrie thought about advancing to third on that. Coach George was telling him to hold the phones, pump the brakes there a little bit. Nice piece of hitting by Bo Young. We've got 2 on, folks, and no outs. Runner in scoring position already here in the home side of the first inning. Again, if you're just tuning in with us, Bo Young's on the mound for Corning, and he went 1, 2, 3. Martins, White, and Chester. Ground outs all the way through, and did a great job there, kept his pitch count down. As we go to the bottom half here of the first inning, we're trying to catch up with all of our stuff here, so I apologize. It's Mason on the mound for the Pocahontas Redskins. This is a non-conference battle there, and the 4A is Pocahontas. They are in Region 3, just like we are in 3A. So we're 3-3A, they're 4-3A. That's a regional thing there. Of course, Pocahontas just 30 miles down the road, maybe even less than that. Nothing but blacktop. I tell you what, I really like to see Riley Grubb. I don't know what Coach George allows as far as the pitches, or as far as swinging away goes there. And the first 2, he about swung out of his shoes. He was trying to hit that one for the state line. 2 runners on here. Outfield's actually a little bit deep. Playing a little deep is the outfield right now. A lot of respect for the 3-hole hitter for Corning, and that's your senior Riley Grubb. It's a 1-2 count here. Again, no outs here. Bottom half of the first. We don't have a way of putting the outs on our scoreboard just yet. We'll try that. Hard hit to third base is a double play ball here. There's one. Play it first. Oh, it's awful close. Let's see a replay. They're going to call him out. Let's watch the replay there. You be the decision maker here. The umpires are going to love us for this. So, it was awful close. Riley Grubb hustling down the first base line there. Look at this, folks. It's, oh, bang, bang. Hey, they say tie goes the runner, but I think they may have gotten him there. Fantastic job by Sidney over there. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sidney for Pocahontas. He did a good job. Very calm, cool, and collective. We got 2 outs. First one chipped away, fouled back behind the backstop there by the cleanup hitter, your senior Clay Smith. But again, Sidney did a fantastic job. He corralled that, took his time, knew he had time, right on the back at the hot corner, touched the bag, and then stepped through it there. Good job. Ahead of it to the third baseman, Sidney. He bobbles it, picks it up. High throw. Oh, did he get him? I think he got the tag. He did. Got him right in the face. Let's see a replay on that one, too. My goodness, Clay Smith running through it and about took the first baseman, that's Eddington's, arm off as he came through. Watch this, folks. My goodness. Hard hit. And the third baseman did a good job of corralling. High throw, though. Bang, bang, just like that. And we've already got a camera that is down and out. I'm not sure what the situation there is, but we will try to figure that out. Can we figure out which one that is, Colton? It's the one in the backstop. Guys, I tell you what, I'm going to go back here and work on that camera, so we're going to go away from the audio here. It is the second inning. Will be the top half of the second inning, 0-0 here at Bobcat Field. Pocahontas did a fantastic job of eluding the damage there. The first two hitters advanced and got on base for Corning. And they did a great job with that double play. And, hey, getting ground balls and letting your defense play behind you. That's what it's all about. Guys, I'm going to go off the audio here for just a second. I'll be right back. Guys, again, this is Andy Earl's Corning Sports Report. We're off the audio here for just a second. Got to get some power to a camera out here to get it working. Guys, I'll be right back again. This is the top half of the second inning here. Home opener for the Corning Bobcats against the Pocahontas Redskins. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am finally back. It only took a good little while there. I apologize. And we're still having some issues here. Trying to grab cameras that aren't working and trying to fix them here. So I apologize. And I bet this isn't turned on as a deal. There we go. Now this thing should work. Let me fix this camera right here. And, folks, it is going to be the bottom half of the second inning here when the Bobcats come up to bat. 2-0 is your lead for the Pocahontas Redskins. Again, this is non-conference action. Again, apologize, folks. I have been left, right. We were kind of short-handed here. We had a couple of cameramen kind of bailing us last minute, and it's caused an issue for us, unfortunately. But we're going to get through it. It's baseball time. It's that time of year. It's exciting. And we've got a lot of people on here tonight. Chelsea Cole, Burton Eddington, Jeremy Eddington, Arlene Lane, Mallory Griffin, Nathan Cochran, Johnny Fry says, sounds good now. Yeah, Johnny, I had to go away from the audio. I had to go fix some cameras. We had planned on having some cameras manned, 2 of them, maybe 3. And we went from having that to having none of them manned. So we had to put them in like different peculiar positions. Our hub only goes so far to the cameras themselves. So you got to kind of use a little bit of math skills that we learned back at Corning High. And anyways, long story short, we finally got everything, I think, back and running. Again, this isn't the kind of stream that we will be proud of by any means, but it's about getting these kids exposure, and it's not about how good or bad the stream is. It's about getting them some exposure, getting them seen, for parents, grandparents, fans, family, friends, whatever it may be, alumni that can't get here or for whatever reason, they'll be able to watch this game. So, again, 2-0 Pocahontas early on here in the bottom half of the second inning, non-conference action here in Arkansas high school baseball. Your Pocahontas Redskins out of the 3-4A and the Corning Bobcats out of the 3-3A. This is Corning's actual first game of the season, home opener. And the Redskins come in here, I believe, I had that somewhere. I believe it was 1-2, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it was 0-1, I do apologize. I think it's 0-1, actually. And Dustin Eddington's their coach. Of course, a graduate of Biggers Reno, not too far down the road from here. Got a little bit of ties to Corning, Arkansas. High and inside. A little chin music there from Mason. My goodness, that's a little north of the Mason-Dixon line there, that pitch was. My goodness, had a little heat on it, too. Of course, we're over here on the little chopper here, a little dribble. This has got a shot to get a base hit here. Good play by the pitcher there, Mason. Way to run it out there by the Bobcats. And that was Clayton Kemp, those long legs. I tell you, I thought that thing was going to die a little bit there, and I thought Clayton Kemp had an opportunity to possibly sneak a little base hit out of that little chopper. But this grass is mowed so well that even a little chopper like that does go a little bit. Looks like the green at TPC at Sawgrass, the 17th hole. They do a great job here, does Coach Kyle George and Coach Murray here with the grass. A lot of places you go to, it's not near as green. The infield isn't near as green and isn't near as low. Hard hit. It's on a rope, however, it's just a long strike. That's foul. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. From where we're at, we got the sun as we turn to the batter right in our face. I didn't know where that ball was going for a second. I didn't know if we had to take cover over here or what, but hard rope to no avail, and that's Red Eddington up there. And he's going to take strike 2 right down central. And, folks, again, where we're sitting at, from where we're calling this game at, I have no idea if these are fastballs, changeup, curveball. It's really hard to tell from here, so hopefully you can tell from some of our camera angles. That was definitely off speed, and a little bit ahead of it was Red Eddington. Tell you what, good morning, good evening, good night, says Mason. That's 2 down here in the bottom half of the second inning, and the Bobcats are relying now on number 4, Landon Lucas, as he comes up to bat for the first time today, for the first time of the season, I should say. And Landon Lucas, of course, is a freshman. It's a young buck up there now. Young cub up there getting some playing time early on in the season. You like to see that. And Davis was running after the ball there. A little late. There you go. Come on, Parker. Get out there, buddy. Get out there. He finally does. Again, we appreciate everybody for tuning in with us. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Jasmine? Oh, Jasmine Farley's over here with me, and she says I'm huffing and puffing. It sounds like I'm just going to fall over dead. If I do, will you take over the commentating for me? Okay, very good. I'm holding you to that as we got a 1-2 count here. Again, 2 outs, nobody on. Outfield plays about the normal depth. Infield, nothing really different there either. Got the righty from the windup. Pitch, chopper, shortstop. He's got a play. That's Chester. Low, good scoop by the first baseman, Eddington. I'm sorry. I believe that was actually Privet. I apologize. Got the wrong roster there, but that was not. That was definitely not Eddington. That was Privet there. Great job by that young man. Carter got down early and pretty much was willing to take that one off the chest there, Colton, if you had to. After 2 innings here at Bobcat Field in beautiful crime-free Corning, Arkansas, it's Pocahontas 2, Corning 0. Well, I've got an opportunity, guys. I want to mention Jay's Photography out of Corning, Arkansas. The owner-operator there is Jay Malone. I'm telling you, they're very talented. When I say talented, I mean talented in all bold, italicized, capital letters. Mr. Jay Malone is. And listen, I know it says Jay's Photography in the title, but they aren't just about photos. They are a little bit of everything. Vinyl lettering, graphic designs, and they even create videos like our hype video in football season. And hopefully we'll get another opportunity to do that again next year, and maybe for all sports, including baseball here. Jay's Photography, Corning, Arkansas, 870-323-0929. Again, Jay's Photography, owner-operator Jay Malone here in Corning, Arkansas, locally, 870-323-0929. We got some softball action, too, right across the way here as the Lady Bobcats are battling out. I think they've got a doubleheader, if I'm not mistaken. I believe against the Chickasaws of Blytheville. Chickasaws. My mama, she's a Chickasaw. She's a one-of-a-kind. A little Tim McGraw there for you. It didn't take long for me to start singing in baseball season. Hot dogs, apple pie, baseball, a little bit of Chevrolet, a little bit of everything. Sammy Davidson's on. Betty Billings, Tim Masters, Heather Clifton, Gary Wright. Can't go wrong with Gary Wright. Krista Ballschlicker, Dale Kegley, Cody Decker, Michaela Morrow, Corey Godwin. By the way, Corey Godwin, a very good baseball player. He won't admit it, but a darn good baseball player back in this time. Charles King, Ashley Russell, Chad Johnson, Kyle Williams says quality is real nice. Real nice. Well, I appreciate that. I paid Kyle to say that, and it means a lot to me. Thank you, sir. Doug Reed is also watching with the Chad Hovis. I thought I seen Chad up here earlier. He might be listening and watching at the same time. Got 49 of y'all on with us. Top of the 3rd inning here, and hopefully I can finally get in a little bit of a groove here with these lineups and where we're at. No more camera issues or problems. It's Charlie White up to bat for the Redskins. High pitch on the first one. Bo Young on the mound again for the Bobcats if you're just tuning in with us. I tell you what, this is a absolutely beautiful day. Beautiful day. And Charlie White stares at a pitch high up there near the letters of the jersey. It's going to be ball 2, 2-0 count here, no outs. Again, I'm going to try to give you the outs and count as much as I can because we don't have a way of putting those on our scoreboard there. I think Charlie White would agree. It's a beautiful day for some baseball. BEA beautiful. I think the wind's blowing about 11, 12 miles an hour to the northwest, it said, but it feels like right now it's blowing more towards the northeast. And that, from your screen there, that's actually blowing out towards right field, the right field foul pole and down the first baseline here at the stadium. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. It's going to be 3-1 there. I tell you what, that's a lot of confidence there by Bo Young. Throwing off speed when you're behind the count. Typically, when you're behind the count, you're trying to get that ball in there with your best pitch as far as accuracy, and 90% of your pitchers, especially in high school, that's a fastball. And I know we're in a bad location over here, but you could definitely tell that was off speed. Listen, this is not a 100% healthy Bo Young either, so how many of those off-speed pitches will we throw? We shall see. Hard hit to the shortstop. Great job there. Throw to first. Little off the line, but Eddington does a good job. They're going to say safe. Let's replay that one. That was Guthrie with the kind of gathered it and throws there. Watch this, folks. You kind of decide here what you see on the video. Again, it's tough being these umpires. I sure wouldn't want to do it. Did he come off? I don't know. Boy, it's awful close. He definitely came off, but when he had the ball, it's awful close there. Eddington did a good job of not diving too early. Sometimes these first basemen, they'll stretch out there a little too soon, and if that ball does a little bit of spin on them or something like that, it has a little a little bit of English, it's hard to really react from there. He stayed up as long as he could, and then he went out. A little bit of lead there by the leadoff hitter in this inning, White. Not much. Got Bo Young's attention, though, as Bo steps off the rubber. Now he's back on. About 3 feet off the bag is White, and Eddington's holding him on. Outfield's a little deep here for the number 2 hole hitter. Low pitch, he's going. There's a throw a little bit late, though. Good job by White. He was going just as soon as Bo Young had any kind of movement there. Whether he's timed it or whether he was just taking a chance there. A lot of wheels there on number 1. Like a white blur in those pants. And Mama won't be happy. He's already dirty. Second pitch there is up high. It's going to be 2-0. Bo Young struggling here in this inning with a command. Again, you just wonder. He's not 100% healthy. You just wonder how much is that going to come into play this year on the mound. Off-speed pitch. It is low. Again, we're in a bad location, but boy, from here, Looked pretty good, about knee high. I couldn't tell, obviously, the width of the plate. We're over here actually past the first base bag is where we're at. They're trying to hold him on wide over on second. Bo Young gives him a look from the stretch. Pitch, fouled off. Chopper back here. Watch out, Jasmine Farley. That's your ball if you want it. Can you get it? Get it. Go get it. You got this, girl. Hustle. Chopping feet. Jasmine Farley, our sidekick there. She's going to get her a souvenir. I don't think they're going to let her keep it, though. Don't think they're going to let her keep it. 3-1 count here. Top of the third inning. Runner on second in scoring position. Again, no outs here. Some coaches like to bunt this guy over. Of course, 3-1 count. Why not just sit there and look for a fastball? If you don't have it, take the walk. Runners at first and second now for Pocahontas, and that was Chester there that drew the walk from Bo Young. Chester's a junior, and he's got the senior there, White, in front of him. That's going to bring up Hunter Singley. Good job, Jasmine.
I threw pretty good.
I'm proud of you, young lady. You did a fantastic job. And I timed you going over there. You're pretty quick.
Oh, I know.
Pretty darn quick.
Fatigue got me.
Do what?
Fatigue got me.
Oh, okay. Fatigue got you. Cindy swings through the first one here. Good pitch by Bo Young. Might have been a changeup there. I think you'll probably see more changeups from Bo Young this year than you will the off-speed curveball. I know some people have a splitter or a cutter of some kind. In high school baseball, it's usually a fastball or a curveball. Maybe a changeup. You don't see much splitters or cutters or anything like that. Runner at second's going. That's White. High pitch. There's a throw. He's going to be safe. Now the runner at first is gone as well. Both advance. It's going to be runners in scoring position, two of them with no outs for Pocahontas. That's a really good position to be in right now. And I tell you what, if you're Hunter, number 5 up there, man, your eyes just got a little bit bigger. A base hit right here probably scores 2. Add to your RBI total. White's halfway down the line, chopped backwards. Straight backwards over the catch fence there. And I tell you what, the timing is there. The launch angle just isn't. Man, when they knock it straight back, your timing is dead on if you're doing that. Obviously, just a little bit underneath it there. Either way, it's a strike. It's going to be 1-2 count now for Bo Young. Let's see what his put-away pitch is. Again, White's on third, and he's getting a big lead. You can't put it in the dirt too far here. You got Clay Smith back there. If you trust him, obviously you will. Speed down, struck him out. Good job, Bo Young. Good morning, good evening, good night. 1 down. That was big right there. Very, very big. Coming up now for the Pocahontas Redskins. Number 23, that is Carter Privet. I'm sorry, Jasmine, what'd you say? Okay. Carter Privet is a junior here for the Pocahontas Redskins, and they could use a base hit from him right now to extend this lead. 2-0 again early on here. High pitch fouled straight back, and it's aiming for a car. I couldn't tell if it hit one or not. I tell you what, the youngsters for the Corning Bobcats in the dugout right now are getting a very good workout. In and out, in and out, in and out. They're doing a good job, though. They weren't born in a barn. They're shutting the gate, man. I tell you what, you want to get Coach upset in a hurry, you leave there and don't shut that swinging gate. White doing everything he can to distract Bo Young. He's halfway out, a little bit ahead of it. Base hit up the middle. That's going to score 1 for sure. Round in third. Here comes number 12. That's Chester. No throw. The cutoff is going to be held. I don't blame them. They're not sure they would have had a shot at him either way. That was Lyndon Lucas who thought about it there with the cutoff. He got out there in a hurry. They did hold Privet to first base, so that is very, very important there. 1 down, but it's 4-0 in favor of the Pocahontas Redskins. I know Pocahontas did lose to Nettleton, I believe it was, at Nettleton, 7-5. And the one thing, I didn't get to watch all that game. I watched a little bit of it, tried to do a little bit of scouting if I could. But the one thing I noticed is these guys run the ball. All that ball was in the ground. Was it tipped? They're going to say it wasn't. That's going to be a free base, essentially, for number 23, Privet. Again, a runner in scoring position. Bo Young has had to deal with that this entire inning, it feels like. But again, watching that Nettleton game, it seemed like these guys really run the bases well. Nettleton had several routine, well, I wouldn't call a double play routine, but several ideal ground ball or double play ground ball situations. And, man, Pocahontas they outran them, man. It was just unbelievable. They run through it. And good wheels on the base paths for the boys in red. Low pitch, and that's going to be a 1-1 count here with 1 down. Again, Bo Young, your starting pitcher. And I don't know. I assume Cole Guthrie would be the next in if they pull Bo Young early. I know Clayton Kemp, I believe, has gotten a little bit of pitching in as well. Again, Bo definitely not 100%. Not in my mind anyways. Nice off-speed pitch there. You wouldn't have known it by that pitch. Holy hay bales. Man, talking about fooling the batter. He almost fell over into the plate there. He's got 2 strikes on him now. It'll be really interesting to see what Bo does here. Does he waste a pitch in the dirt, or does he go straight at him? That's Privet at the bat. from the windup. Sorry, from the stretch. He's really, really looking the running back here. High pitch, ground ball, chopper to third base. Good play there. Out at first base. Great job by Clayton Kemp. That's 2 down here in the top half of the third inning. Man, Colton, this is just, beautiful, beautiful day for some baseball. Absolutely love it. Man, love the flatland farmlands of God's country. You can see forever the big sky, if you will. Beautiful stars at night, but man, this is just perfect weather. You feel like you don't want to get too spoiled here. You feel like there's another cold front eventually coming here before we really, take off into the spring, season and summer. But man, it feels good right now. Boy, that was hit off the end of the bat. Decides to tag the runner instead, and he got him. It's going to come right to us. The ball is. That was the third out. I don't know why they were throwing to first base, but either way, it's good practice. Hey, it's early. First game of the year, I guess, don't leave it up to the umpire there. If you don't tag him and you're not for sure if you got him, why not just throw it and try to make the play either way? Great job down there, though, by Red Eddington. He got it done. That's your first baseman for the Bobcats. He was definitely diving after that thing for sure. Oh, man, I just I can't believe that baseball season is already here. It feels like yesterday we were streaming football, and now here we are. Done with basketball season, and we're out here on the diamond. And I promise we'll have a better production next time. I'll be able to play-by-play a little better. I'm in a really bad spot over here. Can't hardly see a thing, and we weren't very prepared today, and thought we had some cameraman that didn't show up. But that's okay. Those things happen. That's part of it. Got my partner in crime, though, Colton Lettyman, here next to me, and he's running through the cameras for us. And we'll bring you the action here. And I believe even after this game, I think they're wanting to play a JV game. We may even, I don't know, may even hang around and catch a little bit of that as well if we can. I know, again, the Corning Lady Bobcats are just right across the way playing some softball. Where we're located, I cannot see the scoreboard over there. So if you know the score of that game, hey, holler at us, let us know, and send that to us if you can. We'd love to know how our ladies are doing over there against Blytheville. I think it's a doubleheader as well. Randall Godwin says, what about YouTube? Man, for some reason, Randall, I don't know what it is about being out here at I have no idea. I don't get it. We've got to do some research on that. For some reason, our YouTube is not working tonight, and I don't know why. I can't explain it. I don't have an answer yet, but we're going to research the fire out of it. Live streaming is such a finicky thing that there's so many things out of your control. We've done a really good job of kind of making do with what we've had this year, and good hard chopper there, but it kind of died there in the ground. High throw. Is he safe? I think he did land the tag on Parker Davis. Parker Davis was running that one out, though. Great job. Love to see the catcher there, too, as well. I believe Nichols for Pocahontas. He was running down the line there as far as he could just to back that one up. He could definitely tell that throw was offline. Give Privet some give him some kudos there, some hand claps, some thumbs up, whatever it may be. There's been 3 or 4 throws that have been really offline. He's done a great job of making a play. One down here in the bottom half of the third inning here in God's country. Taking a pitch there is Camden Hudson. And that's going to make it 1-1 with one down. Again, 4-0 in favor of Pocahontas right now. High fly ball, shallow right field. Oh, and I tell you what, he misplayed it, and that's going to drop down. And that was Baltz out there. The sun is right in his eyes. I'm not making any excuses for the young man, but that is really, really difficult. I mean, you're staring right at it. And he kind of had to come in there. He's playing a little bit deep, kind of shallow right field, and that's going to drop there for Camden Hudson. I tell you what, no style points in getting on. You take it however you can get it. One out here, and the Bobcats have an opportunity. CHS softball update. CHS 26, Blytheville nothing. Is that real? Is that legit? That was from Jennifer Woolard. Holy hay bales if it is. My goodness. 26-0? Say what? Come again? My goodness, Rob Cadell says great day for BB. He means BB guns. He's shooting BB guns, folks. I'm kidding. He means baseball. He's supposed to be working, I think, at work, but I won't tell the boss. Brittany Schmidt's also watching. Shayna Kasinger, Kyle Luttrell, Missy Sanders, Wanda Almendinger, Debbie Jackson, Randall Godwin says, attaboy Camden. That's right. Camden's on right now. And, hey, listen, Camden's got a little bit of wheels now. He can scoot. He can scamper. We'll see what Coach Kyle George decides to do here. 1-0 count. A little bit of a lead. Not much, though. That pitch, I tell you what, that pitch looked awful good there from Mason. Again, we're clear across the first base side, though. Corning High School says, yes, it's real. Yeah, that's the official page of the Corning High School. And they're saying, yes, it is too legit to quit. They're telling me to stop, collaborate, and listen. That is the score. There he goes. Hudson's gone. On the pitch, low. There's a throw over him. I tell you what, Camden Hudson has an opportunity here, but he's going to stay at second. Good job by the center fielder there, and that was Martins hustling in. He's seen that it was overthrown. I don't know that Camden Hudson got up quick enough to get to third, but, hey, great job by Camden. He got down Pete Rose style now. Head first. I love it. Like it, love it, want some more of it. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. Do you give him the green light? That's Cole Guthrie. It looked low, but it was at the knees. Good enough for a strike, says Mr. Umpire. 3-1 count. Definitely a hitter's count here. More than likely you're getting a fastball. And it's the lefty, Cole Guthrie. He's also your leadoff hitter for the Corning Bobcats. Takes one outside and gets you a free bag, young man. 2 runners on now for the Bobcats. Again, beautiful day here. A little bit of wind, not a whole lot. I think it said it would have gust up to as high as 12, 13 mile an hour. I don't know if you really call that gust or not, but either way. And it did say northwest, but it feels like it's blowing more northeast, which is out towards right field, if you're just tuning in with us. So, and maybe that caused some problems down there for Baltz earlier on that hit by Camden Hudson. Oh, I tell you what, high and inside, a little bit of chin music. Holy hay bells. That'll put you on your heels instead of your toes real quick. Bo Young did not want to take that one in the face, and I tell you what, I don't blame him at all. 1-0 count here. Mason, now he's been pitching from behind the count in this inning. Off-speed pitch, chopper to third base. Going to tag the bag there, going to throw it to first. Is it in time? It's awful close. Let's replay that one, Colton. Very close play there. That was Sidney again. He's getting a lot of work at third base today. Look at the wheels by Bo Young here. It's a good thing. He was running right out of the box there, too. Love it. Good job by Colton to get over here to this camera so you could see that. Boy, that's awful close. Man, I tell you what, these umpires are going to absolutely hate us for this. But 2 outs. Like, man, before you guys, we had to worry about that. Man, come on, man. You're killing us. Come on, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. Little Sandlot reference there for you. Inside, high and tight. That's got away from the catcher. Both runners will advance. Good throw, though. My goodness. Nichols had an arm on him. He's got a cannon back there. And we've seen that earlier because he overthrew second base. He threw it clear to center field earlier from, I don't know how far it is from home to the backstop. I know in the professionals it's about 42 feet your average. I'm not sure in high school basketball. Boy, he's got an arm on him. That's a base hit. It's going to score 1. Rounding third's Bo Young. They're going to hold him up. Great job by Riley Grubb, the senior. He drives in the first run of the season. And the Bobcats strike here in the bottom half of the third inning on a hard hit ground ball. I tell you what, at some places you go to with the grass as high as it is, that may not be a base hit, but right here they do a fantastic job of the groundskeeping, and they got a base hit out of that one. Clay Smith. We had a fan there asking us something about the game right now. That's Clay Smith up. That's your senior, the righty. Runners at the corners here. Outfield plays about normal. There's the pitch. Low, high, fly ball. I don't even know where it's at. It's going to be caught by the second baseman. Never saw it, and that'll be the end of the inning. Mason does a good job of limiting the damage from the Bobcats. He had runners at corners there. That was wide on the catch. I tell you what, that ball went to a mile high. That was a major league pop-up. Folks, we played 3 innings here at beautiful crime-free Corning, Arkansas. Bobcat Field on the campus of Corning High School. It is 4-1 in favor of the Pocahontas Redskins out of the 3-4A. Well, we got an opportunity. I want to mention a few things here. Corning High School is in need of some school bus drivers. I'm going to say it about 15 times on air here, okay? Corning High School in need of school bus drivers. That's 2. Corning High School in need of school bus drivers. Listen, guys, contact Ralph Morrow, 870-857-3041. Please, guys, that's imperative, man. If you have an opportunity, and I believe it's part-time job, and there may even be a full-time driver, I don't know, but Corning High School is desperately, I hate to use the word desperate, but we're going to use it here. We ain't too proud to beg. Corning High School is definitely in need of some school bus drivers. Again, contact Ralph Moore, 870-857-3041, 870-857-3041. Guys, second annual GCT, which is Growing Corning Together, and Pride Booster Club Golf Tournament Saturday, April 4th. Going to tee off at 9 a.m. There's still 2 slots left for that. Only 2, though. We've almost sold that thing out. You can contact me, Andy Earls, at 501-413-9715, or just message us on here. Again, that is the second annual Growing Corning Together Pride Booster Club Golf Tournament at the Corning Community Center at the Victory Lake Golf Course. Again, Saturday, April 4th, it's a 3-man scramble, 150 a team. Going to tee it off at 9 a.m. There will be some prizes involved in that as well. And, of course, it's all a fundraiser, so definitely for a good cause. We got some more on-air mentions to get to, but I'll get to those here in just a little bit. I want to do a little bit of engaging with the folks here on social media as we have Mr. Cole Guthrie coming in for Bo Young on the mound. He's getting his plentiful warm-ups there. So we got Calvin Burkhart behind me. I'm going to go off the headset for just a second. That's what I heard. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, Calvin Burkhart, very, very nice. Him coming over here to give me an update on the Corning game, the softball game, just right across the way. If we had a cameraman here, we might be able to actually turn our camera and zoom close enough over that you can see it, but unfortunately we don't. They left us hanging. It's cold and lonely. Cold and lonely over here. But no, great job by Coach Songer. I don't know what he told the girls before that game, but I think it worked. I think it worked. 26-0 in the third quarter. You know, they always say, listen, you play until the final out, but Blytheville's bus is already leaving. Look at this. As we're saying that, Blytheville's bus is leaving. Oh, man, is the game over? Do we not know something here? What's going on? My goodness. Wow. Again, you usually don't say the game's over until it's over, but, man, that's going to be tough. If they storm back, that's an astronomical comeback of epic proportions. Whitney Parrish is tuned in with us. Gina Jones. Kathy Single says, looked close. Hey, Kathy, there's been 2 or 3 of them that have been very close. I'd hate to be an umpire today. I mean, absolutely hate to be an umpire today. It is the top of the 4th inning here from Bobcat Field as Mr. Jordan over there. How are you, buddy? You're here. Hey, that's all that matters, brother. That's all. You're here supporting, and I love it. I absolutely love it. First pitch was low, ball 1. Again, this is Cole Guthrie. It just come in. Hard hit. Is it fair or foul? They're going to say it's fair. Great piece of hitting there by Palmer, and he's going to try to make the second. There's a relay. There's a throw. It's going to be close, but he's in. Good relay there by, I believe that's Hudson out in left field. He got to that ball in a hurry, and then tell you what, he can torque that body like a slingshot or a cannon, and it came out like a cannon. I honestly didn't think he had a shot at him. I kind of give up on the play call there, and shame on me. I'll never do that again, Camden. I do apologize. Your leadoff runner gets on, and he gets a double. You can't ask for much more than that if you're Coach Dustin Eddington here for the Pocahontas Redskins. And you've got a 4-1 lead early on. Runner's got about a 2-foot lead there, not much. He's going to step out again there. Cole's looking at him from the stretch. They're going to be bunting. That bunt is fair. I tell you, there's nobody at first base. Oh, collision here at first. Hopefully everybody's okay. He's going to be safe. Good job by the right fielder. Let's look at that one again. That's Davis out there in right field running that one down. Man, that was a hard hit there. Just hope everybody's okay. Watch this, folks. That's Lucas that had to come from second base. Oh, man. There wasn't – I'm going to tell you something. That was a slobber knocker. That was like laying the hammer down. He laid the wood right there. I don't think there was a hit in football this year that was as hard as that one. Holy hay bells. And that was a shoulder, man. That wasn't no just nudge or just barely touched him. I mean, that was a shoulder into a shoulder. They both went down. Hey, good job by Lucas getting there, though. First baseman was crashing. That was Eddington trying to get to the bunt. The end result of that, though, is a Pocahontas run. It's going to be 5-1 for Pocahontas. Again, no outs here. We are in the top half of the 4th inning. 0-0 count. And that's number 6 up to bat, and that's your leadoff batter, Martins. Again, Cole Guthrie coming in. He's going. There's the throw. Is it in time? Not quite. Good job. Good scoop by Bo Young. I tell you what, a second effort. He came off the bag. Almost got him. Fantastic job by Bo Young on the scoop. Smith just a little bit late on the throw. It was in a good spot and good location. And I tell you what, Nichols essentially dove past the bag. You see that a lot in the pros now. These shortstops and second basemen, they're being taught to really watch it and stay on him and apply that tag throughout. Good job by Bo Young. Tell you what, Nichols has got a really good lead over there at second base right now. He's almost in the grass. He is in the grass right now. I'd almost look back and throw it here. Good job by Cole Guthrie. He does. Steps off the rubber. Again, 5-1 here in God's country. Top half of the 4th inning. Be a beautiful day. Could not ask for anything better. A little bit of a wind, again, blowing out towards right field. Not a whole lot, though. Sun is setting down behind the backstop here. Definitely in the eyes of the defenders right now. Another bunt. Good bunt, too. Clay Smith comes to pick it up. There's a throw to first. Good job. Is he safe or out? He is out. Fantastic job there by Lucas getting over. I tell you, Clay Smith was ready for that one. Absolutely ready for that one. I mean, as soon as that ball's hit, he's throwing the mask off. And you see how he turned his body as well. If y'all get a chance to watch this game back, had his body turned, took a good angle at it so he could step into the throw. That did advance the runner to third. Again, that's Nichols over there at third right now. You got your two-hole hitter here, Mr. Charlie White up to bat. And Charlie White's got some wheels on him. Third. Guy on third right now is really doing everything he can, and that's Nichols to distract the right-hander, Cole Guthrie. Charlie White, we've seen him do that earlier as well. Didn't work there as Guthrie sends one in, delivers it for a strike. Got several people on here tonight. Kathy Singleton watching from Louisiana. Louisiana Saturday night. See, I'm going to sing every time I get a chance, guys. You're just going to have to deal with it. Going to have to deal with it. Calling Baton Rouge. Scott Dodd's on. Jesus Luna's on. Caleb George. Rosie Allison. Tina Hoggard. Sydney Cox. Kenzie Blanchard. Brenda George. Hey, guys, tell us where you're watching from tonight if you don't mind. Let us know. And, again, we apologize. No manned cameras tonight, so it's making it really hard for us, and we're kind of in a tough spot. Nice off-speed pitch. Cole Guthrie is the, I tell you what, he's the Greg Maddox of the pitching staff, if you ask me. I mean, you know, he may not be able to hum it up there with his fastball. Man, he definitely works the corners. And his off-speed stuff is very, very good. When it's on, 2-1 count here. One out. Top half of the fourth inning. Runner on third. And again, that's Nichols. Wide up to bat. Fastball down low. He swung. Got to tell you what, you just about need a sand wedge to hit that one. That one just kept dropping from Guthrie. Bobcat outfielders playing deep for the 2-0 hitter. A lot of respect for Charlie White for the outfielders right now, including the second baseman. That's Lucas. He's definitely back. There's a pitch low. Got a piece of it. Staying alive is White. That's another song. I ain't going to sing it. Staying alive. Staying alive. I'm doing a little disco dance right now. I can't see it, but totally doing it. Janet Allen, Jay Gonzalez, Gina Davis, Leanne Tyler's watching. Again, we are in the top of the fourth inning. I'm going to try to give you the I might sound repetitive. I'm going to try to give you the strike, the pitch count, and, of course, the outs as much as I can because we have no way of putting that on our scoreboard. So 2-2 count, 1 out. So I apologize for that. Might be a little repetitive. Off-speed pitch. Is it in there for a strikeout? It is. Got him looking. Good morning, good evening, good night, says Cole Guthrie for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the 3-0 hitter, Dawson Chester. This is the first time that Guthrie has faced Chester. Sorry, I'm moving something here on my paper here. Just a second. And there we go. First pitch is in there. Didn't see what he called there. Could you tell that, Colton? I think it was a ball, I thought. But there it is. It is a ball. Okay. 1-0 count on the 3-0 hitter. He's a righty. Is Mr. Dawson Chester. Dawson's a junior for the Pocahontas Redskins. He's also a pitcher and plays shortstop for them. Got to be very, very athletic if you're going to be a shortstop. That is for sure. Hard hit ball right up the middle. Diving Bo Young just out of the outstretched hands. It's going to score a run. They're going to hold him to a single here. Hard hit. What an effort there by Bo Young. We may even watch that one back just to see the hustle and fantastic job by Bo Young here. Look at the outstretched. Almost got it there. I don't know if even if he got to it, if he'd had a shot at getting him or not, but it would have been interesting to have seen. It would have definitely saved a run, but either way, here we are, 2 outs. Runner on first. And that's Hunter. Hunter Singley, I apologize. And that is your cleanup hitter for the Pocahontas Redskins. Guthrie in the stretch. He's going. And I tell you what's off Clay Smith's mask. He cannot find the baseball. Runner's at second. He's going to hold there. Chester was on the move. Just as soon as Cole Guthrie picked his foot up, he had committed. And I think Cole did a good job with the timing there. I don't think it's one of those deals where you can just kind of, keep the old stopwatch on him, and it's 3 seconds every time. It's 4 seconds when he comes to. I think Cole did a good job of mixing it up. I just think Chester was going on the first movement. It just worked out for him. Maybe if it wasn't an off-speed pitch in the dirt, who knows? Maybe there's a different result there for Clay Smith. 1-0 count. Hard hit ball right to the second baseman, though. Should be a routine out, and I believe it is. Fantastic job by Lucas. And that's going to end the fourth inning, the top half of the fourth inning for the Pocahontas Redskins. They did score a run, though, 5-1 here Beautiful day here for a home opener. And while we've got an opportunity in between innings here, we're going to take that opportunity to mention some things that are going on around our community. For example, a crawfish and shrimp boil. And I love me some seafood, man. Love me some seafood. Ain't nothing like some crawfish, man. I can eat crawfish all day long. AD, baby, all day. Crawfish Shrimp Bowl, sponsored by the Clay County Republican Committee. That is March 14th at noon, high noon, like an old Western there, old gunslinging Western, little shootout. March 14th at high noon at the Park School Cafeteria here in Corning. They'll even have a barbecue grill that will be given away on that day. Again, crawfish and shrimp boil, almost said boil, sponsored by the Clay County Republican Committee. March 14th at high noon at Park School Cafeteria here in Corning. Again, there will be a barbecue grill that will be given away there as well. I know they're really excited about that. And I want to say that's either $20 or $25 a plate there to get in. But I'm going to tell you something. It's hard to go anywhere and get seafood and not spend that kind of money and not be for a good cause like that. So you guys get over if you can on March 14th with them. Again, it's at the Park School Cafeteria at high noon. That's the Crawfish Shrimp Boil, sponsored by the Clay County Republican Committee. Tell you what, I'm going to speak a little bit here about the Bobcats and their conference as number one Clayton Kent comes up to bat. He'll be the leadoff hitter here in the bottom half of the fourth inning for the Bobcats. They had, listen to this, folks, 3 teams in the top 10 preseason rankings. Now, I know preseason doesn't mean a whole lot, but number 1, Gosnell, number 5, Walnut Ridge, number 9, Manila. High pop fly. That's going to be in that Bermuda Triangle over there. Left fielder coming in, he does not get to it. It's going to be foul either way. The hat flew off for 2 out of 3 defenders there running after that ball. Palmer probably had the best shot at it. And, man, when you lose the hat, it's a different feel. You're coming in at 100 mile an hour and you lose the hat, and it's just a different feel. Like Bryce Harper. Maybe he threw it off on purpose. Who knows? But, again, there are 3 teams ranked in the top 10 preseason rankings. And we've got 2 strikes here really quick on Clayton Kemp. Good job by number 11, Rob Mason. Again, Gosnell number 1, number 5, Walnut Ridge, number 9, Manila. 3 of them in the top 10 preseason. This is going to be a very tough conference, just as it was in football, just as it was in basketball, and just as it's going to be in baseball. You just don't get a break, man. It's just a very athletic conference. Good job by Kemp staying alive on a low pitch. He got his sand wedge out there and got a piece of it. Staying alive is Mr. Clayton Kemp. 1-2 count, no outs here. Bottom half of the fourth inning. Got 44 tuned in with us right now. We appreciate you guys. Keith Harrington. There's a hard hit to center field. And it's going to be trouble. No, it's not. Good job by the left fielder. I tell you what, that was not Palmer's ball to catch. But, man, Martins just wasn't sure. And I kept watching Martins, and Palmer came out of nowhere like a kamikaze. And the hat stayed on. And now it falls off. Oh, just when we thought the hat was going to stay on. It's that head full of hair over there for that left fielder, number 14, Palmer. I really thought the center fielder had it, but I think he lost in the sun. The sun hasn't quite dipped down low enough to not be a factor anymore. There are shadows creeping in from the concession stand and the backstop right near about where the dirt is of the home plate there. I don't think it's causing any problems yet for the hitter. Chop back, straight back, and foul. Red Eddington, and he's quickly behind the count here, 0-2. Erica Bias says, go Bobcats. Dan Elders is on. Ronnie Jones, the Silver Fox, tuned in with us. Cody Hudson. Ray Lynn Lucy's also on. So is Mark Woods. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let us know where you're watching from, if you don't mind, or who you're cheering for. Hard hit. That might get through. Great job by the shortstop, but he doesn't have a play. Hope he's okay. That's Chester. Man, he's slow to get up. Great diving play there. But to no avail, Mr. Red Eddington put it in a spot that you just, what do you do? That's just a good piece of hitting there by Rhett, and good wheels. Those New Balance shoes are really keeping him balanced down the first baseline there. Coach Murray dropped something there. Not sure what that was. He looks back and grins at me there. He's going to put it back in the back pocket. Not sure what that might have been. Some gum. I don't know. If he's got gum, I want to know. I need some gum. High and tied inside. My goodness. A lot of chin music tonight. Play me some chin music. A little Alabama there for you. 1-0 count, 1 down here in the bottom half of the fourth. Off-speed pitch. He waited on it. He chopped it high. It's going to be corralled at second. Tag the bag to throw to first. It's in time. It's good. Double play there for Pocahontas. I tell you what, I don't know how the ball was even hit, to be honest with you. I don't know how Eddington, he just kind of waited on it. Lucas, and just kind of tomahawk chopped it. Really close play there at first. And the shortstop had an opportunity. I think the second baseman ended up picking it up to make the play. That was White. And Privett's done a fantastic job at first base today. He is a big target, number 23 in red. And, I mean, he has just done a fantastic job. Folks, we have played 4 innings here in God's country, 5-1 Pocahontas here in the home opener. And I'm going to get an opportunity to talk a little bit about Pug Life Chronicles. Those folks are out of New York City, New York. That's way up in the northeast there. And they have been so good to us. The owner-operator there is George Zayas. Again, he has helped us out so much. That's his streaming company, though, Pug Life Chronicles. He does kind of similar stuff that we do, except he does a lot better, and he's a lot more sharp-dressed than I am. And he's got a better tan than I do. I'm just going to tell you the truth. It's true. And he looks better in a bow tie than I do. I just can't pull off the bow tie. I can't do it. I'm chunky. And if I wasn't chunky, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But it makes my face look even wider, and then I'm going to have to put like a wide load on me as I walk everywhere, and I just can't do that. So, again, that's George Zayas out of New York City, New York. Pug Life Chronicles. Check them out if you get an opportunity. They do a fantastic job. They stream a little bit of everything, and I mean everything, from boxing, football, baseball, charity events. I mean, it doesn't matter. They do it. If it's out there, hopscotch probably. I mean, I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure he does. Does a little bit of everything, does a great job. Again, Pug Life Chronicles out of New York City, New York, George Zayas. He's also been very, very helpful to us with the streaming stuff, and we sure do appreciate it. Guys, we have 51 tuned in right now. It's really good for baseball, especially these early starts. And we want to appreciate everybody for tuning in with us. Share this feed if you can. Let's get these kids seen. Again, this is kind of a low production night for us. We don't have any manned cameras. We're in a really, really bad spot to even give you the play-by-play. It's just it's one of those nights. But you know what? We're going to survive through it. We're going to battle through it. We are battle-tested, and we'll make it happen. Douglas King's watching. Kathy Singley says, great job, Redskins. Beautiful, she says. Brandy George is also watching. And Kathy, I tell you what, they are playing very, very well, are the Pocahontas Redskins. And I believe it's Singley. I'm assuming that might be a kinfolk to Kathy Singley. And if so, he's done a fantastic job today, Kathy. He really, really has. Appreciate you for tuning in, guys. Really, really do. Share this feed for us if you don't mind. Let's get these kids seen. We want to take a drink of water here and take a break for just a second. Thank you, Jasmine. Jasmine's my cheerleader back here. She's telling me I'm doing a good job. She kind of had her fingers crossed when she said that, though, but that's okay. That's okay. I appreciate it. I need all the pep I can get. Tell you what, line drive, it's fair over the third baseman's head. Privet. He came through there. Long arms. Tell you what, have you ever watched these baseball players, whether it's college, high school, pros, doesn't matter. Man, you get those long arms. You can extend those arms. You don't want to talk about getting some torque into that baseball. Privet's going to get a pinch runner here, and I believe that's going to be Marlowe, number 30. We'll see if he's stretched out and ready to roll. I assume Marlowe would have some wheels on him if they're going to have him pinch running, so we'll see if he's going to be taken off here. I wouldn't mind a little bit of a pickoff play here right off the bat. Tell you what, Marlowe doesn't have much of a lead at all, though. About 2 foot, and there's the pickoff right there. I tell you what, good placement of that pickoff pitch by Guthrie. Wow. I didn't think they had a shot even coming close, and it really was just where he put the ball at. And Red Eddington did a good job of backhanding. It's not easy to backhand that baseball coming in low like that. You got to bend your knees, get down without blocking the runner as well. So, first pitch here to Mason. Swing and a miss. He's a little bit ahead of that one. That might have been a changeup from Guthrie. Again, we cannot tell from where we're at what kind of pitch it is. We have no idea. It could be a knuckleball, and we wouldn't know it from here, I can promise you. So, either way, 0-1 count, no outs here. Runner on first. Guthrie out of the stretch. Good job of changing up his timing with his delivery to the plate, keeping these base runners, again, keeping them without, you can't sit there and allow them to, take an opportunity to guess exactly what time you're going to keep doing that. If you do it off of 3 seconds every time, they're going to know. And you're kind of tipping your cap there, showing your hand. He's done a fantastic job of mixing that up, just as you see right there. Hard hit down the third base line. It's going to be foul. And that ball is still rolling. Man, this is it rained just the other day, and I really thought this ground would kind of play, slow. You kind of talk the golfers do on the greens. Is it going to play fast or is it going to play slow? And I really thought it would play slow, but we haven't seen that today. Haven't seen it at all. This ball has really taken off. 45 y'all's tuned in with us. Brandy George, Blake Taylor, Cornflake Blake. I miss you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Living over in Jackson, Missouri now. 1-2 count here. We'll see if Cole Guthrie gives him anything to hit or if he wastes a pitch here to try to get him swinging. Again, Marlowe's at first. He's the pinch runner, about 2 feet off. Man, I tell you what, that ball started inside and made its way started inside of the hitter and made its way back almost nearly over the plate. Beautiful off-speed pitch, really fooled the hitter, but didn't quite catch the black. Next pitch, it's hit hard, hit deep, left field. It's got a motor on, it's going to drop. It's going to be a base hit. Marlowe is trying to go to third. Here comes the relay to Bo Young. He jumps, catches it. Throw to third is not in time, though. Marlowe does get down. I tell you, Marlowe was watching the play instead of his coach there. That's very, very dangerous. You gotta get your eyes on Coach Eddington over at third base. And he kind of hesitated there. I think he thought Hudson was going to catch that baseball. And again, from where we're at, it's really hard to tell. We got chain link fence right in our way, got a camera in our way, and we're down ground level. It's really hard to pick that baseball up. And it gets about to the outfield, you can kind of pick it up. But no outs here. Runners on second and third in scoring position for the Pocahontas Redskins. That's Baltz up here at bat. Again, Guthrie did not start this game. Bo Young did. But he's came in and done the best he can here to try to get the Bobcats and keep them in this game. And maybe you'll have a little bit of an offensive flurry here pretty soon. Man, he swung through that one, did Baltz. That one got away from Smith in a good way away. It sounded like it hit maybe his cleats. It had a different sound than what the normal pad would sound like, and maybe it off the side of his shoe there. But anyway, it bounced a good ways. Marlowe was not even thinking about thinking about stealing home there with no outs. I mean, if you go there and you get thrown out, man, you may not see the field the rest of the day, whether you're pinch running or not. I'm not sure Coach Eddington would. Coach Eddington may not even talk to you the rest of the game in the bus ride home. Off-speed pitch in the dirt to no avail. I believe we got a 2-1 count. Again, no outs here in the top half of the fifth inning. Again, we don't have any way of putting the pitch count or the outs up there. I tell you what, that got away from Smith, and here comes Marlowe. No play there for the Bobcats, and Pocahontas is going to advance the runner to third and score a run. And just like that, it's 7-1 here in the home opener. Again, if you're Coach Cal George, this isn't how you want it to start, but still a ways to go. Listen, baseball, anything can happen. Again, it's the first game for the Bobcats, and you make your biggest leap from that game 1 to game 2. You really learn a lot that first game, and some of it's the hard way, unfortunately, and there's a walk to Baltz. I'll tell you what, Baltz has got those long arms, too. These Pocahontas Redskins just look like ball players out there. They're built like it. Built a little bit different from their 1 through 9. Now, I'm not saying we don't have a few of our players like that, too, but, I mean, 1 through 9, Pocahontas has got some freakish athletes, freakish-looking athletes, and I mean freakish in a good way. Coming in to run is number 19. That's Nash Tony. We'll see if Nash is going to take off. See if Nash decides to dash to second base or not. No outs here, though. Really no need to just yet unless you're trying to break up a double play here. There is a runner on third, though. You see that more in softball. When they throw it to second, they're definitely going from third, and sometimes that happens in baseball. I'll tell you what, Cole Guthrie's got a really good pickoff. He really does. That's 2 times in a row. They about got the pinch runner, and he's done it as soon as the pinch runner has came in. It may end up being a tendency down the road that other teams pick up on, but I like that, and I love doing that. A lot of times that pinch runner's coming in for a reason, and that reason is to run. First pitch is low. Looked like it was an off-speed pitch from our vantage point. Outfield playing a little bit deep in right and left and about normal in center. That's Rhett Eddington holding the runner there at first. Again, that runner is Nash Tony. 1-0 count, no outs. We're here in the top of the fifth here in God's country. And you're watching this live on Corning Sports Report. We appreciate you for tuning in. Boy, hard chop at that one. Again, he needed a sand wedge for that one. That's one of those whack-a-moles, man. He's down so low, he's whacking the mole as he's swinging. My goodness. Wow. And I tell you what, he didn't get cheated on that swing either. He about came out of his shoes on that one. Again, a pickoff attempt again. And that's C.J. Palmer up there at the plate for Pocahontas. And C.J.'s a junior for the Redskins. Cole is definitely keeping an eye on Nash Tony at first base. He's got a runner at third, 2 runners on the corners. Another pitch, same location, same result. I tell you what, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You usually don't see the same type of pitch as far as location 3 times in a row at any level of baseball. But, man, number 14, Palmer, loves those low pitches. I might throw another one here in the dirt and trust Clay Smith's going to block it. Again, there is a runner on third. Off-speed pitch. He just chipped it a little bit. Guthrie, he's going to make the play. I tell you what, Eddington thought about going to second there. For whatever reason, Nash Toney took a long time getting a second. They get the out at first, and more importantly, they held the runner at third. Cole Guthrie gave a little bit of a hesitation to third there when he got that ball and corralled it. Red Eddington did a good job there, good heads up. He thought about throwing it there to second because Nash was just taking his time. I'm not even sure why. Either way, there's one down, I should say, rather. And we've got 2 on for Pocahontas, both of them in scoring position. As Nichols comes up to bat. High pop fly. And we've got J.R. Roark, my man. Look at you, buddy. How are you doing, sir? He's doing good, he says. Would you like to man a camera? You don't have to. Well, I got you some. I got you a step ladder, and a stool. That one holds 325 pounds because I'm 230, and that one won't hold me. So that's why I had to buy that one. I'm getting chunky, folks. It's true. It's just the truth. I have got to lose some weight. If anybody has any weight loss secrets out there, please let me know. It's called exercise, JR says. Well, I guess I kind of missed that memo, obviously. We appreciate everybody for tuning in with us. Kathy Singley says, yes, that is my grandson. Thank you. He is doing well, and I appreciate you. Well, hey, we appreciate you, Kathy. And, yes, he is doing very well today, and so is his team. They're up 7-1 right now here in the top of the 5th inning. Miranda Ulmer's also watching. Carletta Scobie, Nathan Cochran says, I think we should build TV towers on baseball and softball fields. Hey, I like it. I looked into that, Nathan. You're going to laugh at me, but I looked into that for football. I like, man, it'd be kind of cool to get our little live stream up there on a big board. And, it has a little bit of lag to it from what's actually live from our system. So it'd almost be like an instant replay. You watch the play live, and if it's a really close play, then you look up at the board, and it's kind of a little bit behind. It's almost like an instant replay. And that stuff is really expensive. So, Nathan, I promise I looked into it, but it's just really expensive. Daktronics is the company that makes those, and they are very proud of them. And I don't blame them. They're good, high-quality stuff. Did he go there? It was awful close. The umpire says no. Awful close there. It's going to be a 2-2 count with 1 down here. Again, top of the 5th inning, 7-1 Pocahontas. I'm sorry, what'd you say, JR? I'd rather have you over there on that one out there. Right underneath the scoreboard is one I'd rather have you on, but that's your call. Thank you, JR. Folks, that's J.R. Roark coming to the rescue. He's going to jump on a camera and man a camera for us, so y'all thank him. He just came back from work. He's got his orange AR dot shirt on, so we appreciate him. Full count here, 1 out. Good job by Cole Guthrie. Good morning, good evening, good night, says number 10 in black to number 10 in red. Tells him to take a seat. 2 outs here. Again, top half of the 5th inning. And maybe Cole Guthrie can get out of this inning with just 1 run. It didn't look like it there early on. Man, still have 2 on, though, and they're both in scoring position. And you've got the lefty, Martins, that's coming up right now. He has that old Gary Sheffield-looking stance to him, standing tall and kind of waving that bat back and forth in front of him. I tried that in Little League because I loved Gary Sheffield at the time, and Coach yelled at me. Quit trying to be cool, Andy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Coach Stanley Wright knew what he was talking about, too. He's a very good man and a very good coach, and he's I went through a tough time there, a little bit of a drought at the bat for whatever reason, and, man, he helped me through it, and I'll never forget it. It was a tough time in my life, even though it's just baseball, right? But I take things so seriously, a lot of these kids do, and there's nothing like having a coach that's there for you when you're going through those down times. So I sure do appreciate him, and I don't know if he's watching or not, but sure appreciate you, buddy, if you are. Russell Goss is watching from Central Texas. My goodness, Russell, that's a long way away. He's deep in the heart of Texas. He says, my nephew is pitching for Pocahontas. Well, your nephew right now, sir, has done a fantastic job. In fact, he's only given up 1 run through 4 innings so far. And so I'd say he's done a fantastic job as Mason for Pocahontas. Dylan Woolard's watching. Megan McGrew, Linda Johnson, Chad Price, Joey Gonzalez, and Nathan Cook all tuned in with us. Third baseman thought about going there, but good job by Clay Smith by corralling that baseball. The sun is finally not a factor anymore for your pitcher, your catcher, and your infielders, but the outfielders it still is. Still kind of hanging out there is the sun behind home plate. 3-2 count. We've got a full count with 2 outs. This is a big pitch right here. I know it's 7-1, but man, you give a base hit here, and 9-1 just feels forever and a day away. Big pitch here, full count to the lefty. What do we have there? Did the umpire call time before the pitch? I'm assuming. That's all I can think of. That's really, really dangerous on a pitcher, especially if he goes through with it and he tries to hold up. Talk about tearing a muscle like that. That's very, very dangerous. Big pitch, payoff pitch, and it's going to be a ball. Walking the bases loaded here. And coming up for Pocahontas with ducks on the pond is number 1, Charlie White. And we're going to have a mound visit by Coach Kyle George. And as you see, there's our man J.R. Roark running the camera and doing a fantastic job. You see the mound visit there by Coach Kyle George. Well, you kind of see it. There's a thing called the sun. Yeah, she's kind of in our way there, but we're going to learn from that mistake. And, again, it was just one of those deals. But either way, it is what it is. Guys, we appreciate everybody for tuning in with us tonight. Hey, guys, another thing I want to talk about as well is that Hop Alley Rally Corning Spring Festival, the 2nd annual, is right around the corner, folks. And if you're a vendor, whether you're a food vendor, an arts and crafts vendor, whatever it may be, we'd love to have you there. There's going to be a talent show. There's going to be a cornhole tournament. Some people call it bags. What do you call it, Colton? Cornhole bago. I mean, yeah, I guess there's not really, I don't know if it's a South thing, I don't know what it is, but I've always called it cornhole either way. Going to be a cornhole tournament, a talent show, and I promise you I will be singing in it. I don't know who I'll dress up like this year, but I will be singing in it. Much to the dismay of everybody I know. My family probably won't show up, and neither will my friends, just because they don't want to pretend like they know me. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to sing my heart out. Sung a little Bon Jovi last year, had the leather pants on and the wig and the Slippery When Wet album cover T-shirt. Had a really good time. I think I was about the only person that really had a good time while I was singing, though. Clayton Kemp is going to be coming in to pitch for the Bobcats. He'll be the 3rd Bobcat pitcher today. We started off with Bo Young on the mound and made our way to Cole Guthrie. I think Cole Guthrie did a really good job. Listen, I know bases are loaded here in the top half of the 5th inning, and he did give up a run, but I really thought he did a good job of battling back after getting 2 runners on really early on. And either way, Clayton Kemp's going to come in, and he's going to try to take this one home for Corning and settle it down a little bit. He's coming in a really tough position. A lot of stressful pitches here for him as he comes in with the bases loaded. He kind of slipped on the mound there. I don't know if we were watching that or not, but, man, that looked really dangerous. I don't know, some kind of footing issue there. He's pitching from the windup right now, which I don't mind. He's trying to get warmed up. I know he's obviously probably going to go to the stretch with the bases loaded. Of course, with 2 outs, maybe if you're more worried about that one hitter, maybe you don't even go from the stretch here. Maybe just do the windup anyways. Maybe he's more comfortable from that. I'm not sure, but got a lot of people tuning in with us now. Nathan Cook, Chris King from Vidalia, Louisiana. Long way away, Chris King. We appreciate you for tuning in with us, buddy. That is fantastic stuff. I won't even pretend to know where that's at in Louisiana. And, man, I want some Louisiana food now. I want something spicy, man. I heard about the crawfish and shrimp boil that, the Clay County Republican Committee is having March 14th at noon at Park School Cafeteria, and all these guys from Louisiana. Man, I just want some spicy food. I tell you what, big time at bat here by Charlie White and big time pitching here by Clayton Kemp. That ball was hummed, and I mean hummed in there. We don't have a radar gun on it, but it was there in a blink of an eye. It was a ball, though. Number 1 pitching to number 1 right here. Righty to righty. Bases juiced. 2 outs, high and inside. Boy, if you get hit by that one, you may be going to the bench. Man, that might black you out. That's coming in there. Very tall, lanky legs. Tall, high release, too, by the way. Kind of 3/4 arm is Clayton Kemp. Not really holding the runners here are the Bobcats. Not really worried about them right now. Trying to get this final out here of the 5th inning. 2-1 count. Rebecca Stanley says, let's go Redskins. Rebecca, they are going right now. Swung through it. Not sure if that was a changeup or what that was. Again, we can't tell from our vantage point, but a little bit ahead of it was Charlie White, and he was definitely swinging there. We got Deuces Wild. If you're at home, folks, take off your hats, shake them. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. He got a piece of it over Bo Young. Bo Young made a heck of a play. Holy hay bells. Saved about 2 runs there. Did your shortstop. Like it, love it, want some more of it. Let's watch that one again. Wow. I really thought that ball was going to drop in. Look at that. diving almost over the shoulders, almost the say hey kid, Willie Mays. We talked about that in football. He made a couple interceptions over the shoulders. That was beautiful. Give me that, he said. Fantastic stuff. Love it. Hey, guys, give you a little bit of scores from this week around our conference here in the 3A3. Again, this is a non-conference action, by the way. Pocahontas out of the 3-4A, and we're in the 3-3A. But in our conference this week, some of the scores: Walnut Ridge 10, Paragould 3. Again, Walnut Ridge is in our conference. Bay 4, Manila 2. That was kind of an interesting game there. Again, Manila came in ranked the number 9 team preseason in all of 3A. Lost to Bay 4-2. Pickett 16, Newport 10. There's just a few games there we had from earlier this week in our 3A3 conference. Again, there's a lot more games that were played. That was just the ones that we were told scores of. And I'll tell you something else this week. How about our Corning softball team beating Sloan Hendricks in a doubleheader? The first one was an absolute barn burner, 13-12. They held on, survived, and escaped with a win, and then they stayed around and won again, 16-5. Think about this. Think about the offense right now for the softball team. Your first 3 games, 13 runs, 16 runs, and through 2 innings earlier against Blytheville, 26 runs. Are you kidding me? Man, bats are on fire. I mean, they are literally scorching the ball over there, are the Corning Lady Bobcats right now, and love to see it, love to hear it. And they are 2-0 right now, and I assume they're going to win that first game against Blytheville. If they don't, my goodness, what a comeback by Blytheville. They were up 26-0 there going into the 3rd inning. So, good, guys, we appreciate you for tuning in with us tonight. This will be the bottom half of the 5th inning. That top half of the 5th inning felt like it just took forever. That's the old Sandlot reference, forever. Seemed like it took a long time to get through. That's going to be Parker Davis at bat, leading it off for the Bobcats. Low pitch, but it comes in for a strike. Man, I tell you what, that looked awful low from here. Looked below his knees, and he's got a pretty big strike zone, does Parker Davis. Good piece of hitting there. Diving was a shortstop. It's going to be a base hit. Great job by Mr. PD. That's not the police department. That's Mr. Parker Davis. Sound the alarms, though. Give him a base hit. And we'll see if Mr. Davis is going to be off and running here. He's got some long, lanky legs. And he doesn't run like no gazelle. He runs like a cheetah now, I promise you. Your 2-hole hitter for this inning is going to be Camden Hudson, the righty. And speaking of, there he goes. There's a throw. He's down. Is it going to be in time? Did he get the tag? I think he did. Fantastic job by Nichols. He's going to gun out Parker Davis. I like the aggressiveness, though, by Coach George and the Bobcats. He kind of had a rough slide over there. I think he at first wanted to go to the outside part of the bag, and then last minute decided to go to the inside part of the bag because I got Mr. Rich Martin over here. I'm going to take off my headset for just a second. Yes, sir. We appreciate Mr. Rich Martin, the voice of the Bobcats, coming up here, the second baseman for the Pocahontas Redskins, and that is Charlie White. His mom was a CHS alumni, class of 1994, and I don't know if she's out there listening or watching or not, but that's awesome. Love the Corning ties there. Did not know that, so that was breaking news there from the voice of the Bobcats, Mr. Rich Martin. We sure do appreciate that. And he's had a heck of a game here today, has number 1 Charlie White. Very fast kid. He's got a lot of wheels on him. We got a full count here, 1 down in the bottom half of the 5th inning here in God's country. The sun is no longer an issue for anybody, infield or outfield. It's finally dropped behind. Jasmine, you okay there? I got Jasmine Farley sitting behind me. She about fell down. We're going to draw a walk. Maybe. And I tell you, now you kind of wish you had Parker Davis still on base. You'd have a runner in scoring position, and you'd have your leadoff guy up here able to possibly do some damage here and start chipping away at this lead. But nonetheless, hindsight's 20/20. Pickoff play here. I'll tell you what, good little pickoff move. Both of these pitchers today, Cole Guthrie, I know we started off with Bo Young, but Cole Guthrie and Mason, very good pickoff moves from both of them. Very good. Again, you got Hudson on first. He's got about a 3-foot lead. Now he's in the grass, high pitch. Right in the eyes of Cole Guthrie. 1 down here again. I'm sorry, what? Jasmine, I'm sorry, what? Very cool. I like that. That is really, really neat. I want to get me one of those. And from the stretch, hard hit. Dead center, actually a little bit to the right. So it's going to go over. He's going to burn him. It's going to burn the center fielder's head there. And Camden Hudson is hustling. Is he going around third or not? He's going to decide to stay. It's going to be a double for Cole Guthrie. And, man, you really wish you had Parker Davis back out there. The center fielder, the way he started, again, we cannot see the baseball from where we're at. We have no idea. You see the swing, you hear the pop of the bat, you know it's hit hard. And I'm immediately looking at the center fielder, and he's going straight back, and really he should have been coming at an angle there. I thought that ball was going dead center. I seen him veer to the right really quick, and it just got over his head really quick. Tell you what, you play Cole Guthrie shallow like that, Cole Guthrie could be a three-hole hitter or a cleanup hitter for a lot of teams, and he's leadoff for the Bobcats, and that kind of thing happens. Rebecca Stanley says, let's go Redskins. Nick Johnson says, Corning alum, watching from Topeka, Kansas. Go Bobcats. Love that. That is fantastic. Long way away. Rebecca Stanley says, number 5 is my grandson. And that's Hunter Singley, I believe. I think that's who she's talking about. And Hunter's done a fantastic job today, Rebecca. A very, very good ball player over at third base. He's made 2 plays today that have been very, very important early on for them to kind of limit some damage. We'll see if the Bobcats can do some damage. Their base hit. It's going to score a run. Are they going to send the other runner? They're not. That's a good call by Coach Kyle George. I tell you what, if he'd sent him, he'd definitely been toast. Either way, it's going to bring in a run. Great job by Bo Young. And I tell you what, your leadoff hitter and your 2-hole hitter gets the job done. 1 down here in the inning. Getting a little chilly, says Jasmine Farley. I kind of like it. I kind of like the chill. Runner on the corners here. We got Cole Guthrie at third, Bo Young at first, and Coach Eddington calls the play. Mason gets his back pocket, gets his little scorecard there, his play card. And here comes your 3-hole hitter, Riley Grubb. Righty to righty. Oh, quick pickoff move. I tell you what, they came down pretty hard on the helmet there of Bo Young. And Bo Young got hit earlier in the face pretty hard, too. Bo's just having a rough day, bless his heart. He's going to second right now. Swing, chop back. Riley Grubb got a piece of that. Looked like a hit and run almost with the runner on third. Actually, no, I don't think it was because Coach George is he looks disgusted over there at the hitter right now, so maybe that wasn't a hit and run. I was going to say a runner on third, not sure. But either way, I mean, hey, you get a little bit of hit and run with your 3-hole hitter and you put it in one of those gaps, more than likely Bo Young's going to score from first. They're going right back to him. Very interesting, these pitchers, when they got the runners on the corners, man, they're really giving a lot of detail to the runner on first. Mason's going to step off the mound. It's a 0-1 count with 1 down here. And, yeah, again, got J.R. Roick over in the right field. He's running a camera for us, stepping on the stool, and we appreciate him for doing that. Another pickoff attempt over here at the first base side, about where we're at. Tell you what, this is fun, man. Love baseball season. Really, really enjoy the sport. Really love the game. There goes Bo Young. They're going to throw high. Got the tag down, but not in time. Good job by Bo Young. You know, you look at Bo, you think, man, he's kind of probably more of a power hitter, kind of strong kid. He's got a little bit of deceptive speed to him now. Nikki Meredith Stowers watching. Madison Ron, Mark Cummings, Danny Cochran. Danny Cochran from Corning is watching. We appreciate him. Chris King said, it is some good stuff just across the river from Natchez, Mississippi. Love it. Danny Cochran says, hey, Chris. That's chipped away, fouled back. Again, there is 1 out here. 1-2 count. 7-2 score. Again, the sun is no longer a factor now, as you can see it back there. Finally went away. Runners in scoring position for the Bobcats. That's Riley Grubb at the plate. He's got to protect, though. 2 strikes. He does. Chips away. Dustin Eddington about took one off the hand there. He was in between attacking it or letting it go, and he wisely kind of half-hearted let it go. And his players are going to give him a hard time. That's definitely an error on the coach, though. You know, it's definitely in his realm. He's going to make that play or get out of the way, and he just kind of decided to half-heart it there. But Dustin, we love you, buddy. Biggers Reno alumni. Got a little bit of Corning ties. He's a good dude. Really good dude and really good coach. And wish him nothing but the best. I'm glad that didn't pop up and get him in the face or anything. Would have been bad. Speaking of the face, my goodness, that was high and tight. A little chin music. Riley Grubb dunked, and it about went off the top of his helmet there. 2-2 count, 1 out. Runners in scoring position. Scott Masterson's watching. Jade Gonzalez is watching from Charleston. Oh, that's right, the Seminole Nation. Hey, they got a big, big game tonight. Hey, Jade, I hope you guys got there safely, and good luck to y'all. They're representing the 3A3 as the OCL the Seminoles are, and I'll definitely be tuning in as soon as this game's over and check that out. So that's really cool. We've got 3 streaming companies in our area. You know, the Mighty Manila Alliance
Facebook page, and then Seminole Nation. Man, we all get along. We all help each other out, and I love that. It's good to have a brotherhood like that, even though our teams are competing against each other, and we're different companies. I still love that, and it makes it fun. 2-2 count here, guys. 1 out. Runners in scoring position. Off-speed pitch, and I think it fooled him, and it did. Rung him up, did Mason. That was a big strikeout right there. Man, if you can get Riley Grubb on and get your cleanup hitter Clay Smith up here to bat with only 1 out and an opportunity with the Ducks on the pond. But, again, that was a good-looking off-speed. I couldn't tell. It looked like a curveball from here. There may have been an angle, beautiful angle there from our cameraman. But, man, that ball looked like it had a lot of movement on it from here. Again, a bad spot to judge that off of, but from here it looked like it had a lot of movement. We haven't seen that pitch much today from Mason either, by the way. And I think he just threw it again, kind of pitching backwards there, if you will. A lot of times you'll see that fastball come in first to get ahead of the count. That's the one you can usually command the best. He threw the off-speed there for sure to the cleanup hitter Clay Smith. It was in the dirt, though. 1-0 count. Fastball down central, right down Main Street for a strike. Bo Roark's tuned in with us. Chase Watson. Trey Davis is watching. Jennifer Causey. Amber Watson. Melissa Wallace is from Fayetteville. Fayetteville, Arkansas. Love it up there in the Northwest, the great Northwest. Beautiful area up there. Trey, sorry about the Bernie Mules. I know they lost in the, I guess it was the final 8, I guess. They had made it in Missouri over there in District 2. I think it's Class 2. Heck of a season for his alumni, the Bernie Mules up there in the Boot Heel of Missouri, not too far away from us. But great season either way for them. High pitch there. I believe the Thayer Bobcats took them out. And Thayer, man, they're not too far from us either. And they've got a really good girls and boys basketball team up there. Verna Godwin's also watching. Rebecca Stanley from DeQuincy, Louisiana. Low pitch, and I think that's going to be a walk. Yep. I thought there for a second he was going to call a strike, a late strike. But good job. Good eyes there by Clay Smith, the senior. Now the bases are loaded. They are juiced. Bring out the right bread and mustard. It's grand salami time, Colton. And that's Clayton Kemp. He's got those long arms. Tell you what, if he gets them fully extended on a fastball, you never know, man. You just never know. Harriet Dollins is also watching. April Woods Day is also tuned in with us. We appreciate you guys. Got 45 of you on here with us. Again, we had some issues with our not our Facebook, but our YouTube. And I'm not even really sure what the problem was. We've got to figure that out pretty frantically before our next game. I think we go to softball next. That was inside, but for a strike. And Kemp just about jumped out of the batter's box there thinking it was going to hit him. I guess it caught a little bit of the black, though. That was high there. You know, Kemp, for a tall guy, he does kind of get down a little bit. And if he stands up tall, kind of like who was it earlier? I think it was number 6, maybe Martins for Pocahontas, kind of stands up straight. If he doesn't bend down there, that might have been a strike, too. Low pitch almost got him in the leg. 2-1. You got to wonder if Mason might be running out of gas right now. I know Dustin Eddington's trying to ride his ace through this game if he can. They're not holding any of the runners here. Outfield, a little bit deep. I tell you what, that ball got away. Here come the Bobcats sliding in, and they're going to score a run. Fantastic job. Hey, you gotta hustle as soon as you see that. You got to make up your mind to go, and Cole Guthrie did. Tack on a run for the Bobcats. I tell you what, we've got ourselves a ball game now. Listen, runners in scoring positions. If Clayton Kemp can come in here, totally different aspect going into that 7th inning. Feels like these last 2 innings have really taken a while. Both pitchers have gotten in trouble early. It's really dragged out. These pitch counts are getting up there, and it seems like every pitch goes up to a full count, and there you go. Clayton Kemp's at first, and we've got the bases juiced again, and here comes Dustin Eddington. We got a meeting at the mound, and Mr. Calvin Burkhart's going to give me a little bit of an update here. I'll be right back. And the Corning Lady Bobcat offense, the softball offense, it's still on fire. Like you have to call national help at this point. Local fire can't put it out. It's a crisis at this point. My goodness, we talked about them scoring 13 the first game of the season at Sloan Hendricks, and then 16 the second game at Sloan Hendricks. They scored 26 against Blytheville the first game, and right now it's 10-0 after the first inning. Holy hay bales. On fire!
Really?
Gotta love it. Got to love it. Melissa Wallace says, yep, watching my grandbaby Landon Lucas. Well, Landon's a good one. He really is. And he's actually had a pretty good game here today, has Landon Lucas. Mark Lockwood says he likes our broadcast. Well, Mark, thank you, buddy. I'll be honest with you, we're a little shorthanded today, and this is our first time doing baseball, and we didn't really test for baseball. So we're kind of stressing over this, and we don't feel like we're doing a very good job, but we hope we're at least getting it through, and we hope you guys are enjoying it. And I believe that's going to be Chester pitching for Pocahontas now as Mason came off. And let's see, where are they going to put Mason at now? Did he go to short or did he go to second? I'm trying to figure this out. I think we're going to have White. White's going to move from second to short, I believe. The way they're positioned right now, that's how it looks. And Mason's going to go from pitcher to second base. I don't mind that at all. And here's why. When you're pitching that many pitches, man, your arm might be tired. Do you really want that guy throwing from shortstop or third base? I kind of like that. Not holding the runners on. Bases loaded. High pitch. And that's number 14, Rhett Eddington. And I tell you what, I know Rhett's a young one out there. Rhett is a sophomore, but we need him to come through right here in a big, big way. He's going to chop it to the first baseman. In the air, it's going to be caught for the final out of the inning. And Rhett would like to have that one back, that kind of inside-out swing, and it just didn't quite work out there for Corning. But I tell you what, they threatened there. Got a couple of runs, 2 to be exact. It's 7-3 now in favor of Pocahontas. And, folks, I've got the wind picking up here, and I got papers going everywhere, so give me just a second to kind of calm these down with some paperweights of some sort if we can. I'll get to you here in social media in just a second, but I want to mention this again. Guys, we need some bus drivers really, really bad. Again, we're not too proud to beg. We need some bus drivers over here at the Corning High School. And you can contact Ralph Morrow, 870-857-3041. Again, Ralph Morrow, 870-857-3041. That's the Corning High School in need of school bus drivers. Again, crawfish and shrimp boil sponsored by the Clay County Republican Committee, March 14th at high noon at Park School Cafeteria. A barbecue grill will be given away as well there. Again, crawfish, shrimp boil sponsored by the Clay County Republican Committee. And that's going to be March 14th at noon at Park School Cafeteria. They'll be giving away a barbecue grill there as well. And I tell you what, we appreciate everybody for tuning in with us tonight. We'd hope you'd share this feed for us if you can. We've got Desi Earls on with us. We got, again, Melissa Wallace, Mark Lockwood, Connie Pendergrass, Deborah Lovelace, Zach Brown, Bo Boschlicker. We appreciate you guys. If y'all guys would let us know where you're tuning in from, we sure would appreciate that. And we had a pretty good crowd here today from both teams, to be honest with you, in my mind anyways. Really, really good support. And I tell you what, the sun's gone down, and everyone's got their blankets wrapped around them, and kind of a chilly night here for some. I mean, I kind of like it, though, to be honest with you. This is kind of my weather. I kind of enjoy this. But I'm sorry, what?
We're not going to meet tonight, are we?
Hang on, guys. I got someone talking to me here. I apologize. All right, guys, I apologize there. That's one of the members of Growing Corning Together there. We're going to have a meeting tonight, but we're going to do something a little bit different, though. We're going to change that up a little bit. I'm trying to get my headset right here. Man, I took it off one time, and now it's feeling awkward. Bruce and Brenda McGrew's watching. We've got Rebecca Stanley. I'm a bus driver down here. That's awesome. We appreciate you. I know we need some bus drivers. Can we recruit you? Rebecca, can you come down here to Corning? Is that illegal to recruit? Is that illegal to recruit? I know there's some private schools out there that have that opportunity, but can we do that too? Yeah. Hard hit ball to the second baseman. It's going to be corralled. A little bit late, though. Low throw. Good pick over here at first base by Rhett Eddington, and the runner's going to be safe. Good wheels there by Chester. I looked up a little bit late there, and before I knew it, bam. And I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Had to take care of some stuff there. Taking care of business. That's right. High pitch there. That's going to be a 2-1 count. And that is Clayton Kemp, who's still in there. Again, he came in the last inning. And that's Hunter Singley. We talked about some of Hunter's parents, or sorry, not parents, but family members that were on. And Hunter's got a runner in scoring position right now. And I know they'd like to see him bring him in. So with the Pocahontas Redskins, it's 7-3 right now. And they've scored in just about every inning, has Pocahontas, especially in the middle of the first one that was 3 up, 3 down by Bo Young. Then after that, 2 up Pocahontas. He's running. He's going to get there, I think, too. He slides down. Oh, what a throw by Clay Smith. He says, not so fast, my friend. Holy hay bells. He got such a good jump, folks. If y'all could have seen, I don't know if you can, if we can replay it, but, man, what a jump by Chester. And Clay Smith he hosed him. He gunned him down. Hello. My goodness. I really thought he was going to get there standing up, the kind of jump he got. But, man, Clay released that one with authority. That was beautiful. That was a big out right there, too. That wipes off the board there, and you're back to a clean slate and no runner in scoring position. They always say you don't make the first or the last out at third base. Well, they just made the first one there. There's a high pitch from Kemp, and he's struggling with the command right now is Clayton. I'd like to see him follow through a little bit more with that pitch. Seems like he's releasing just a little bit early. But of course, I'm definitely no pitching coach by any stretch of the imagination. Mark Lookwood is from Cabot, Arkansas, watching. We appreciate him. Carla Whitman's tuning in. Matt Wright, Ronna McKinney. Sarah Dollins is also tuning in with us, and Bo's had a heck of a game, Sarah. Justin Pitt, Sandra Young. Rebecca Stanley says, let's go, Hunter. That's my grandson. And Teresa Tempa cheering for Hunter from Louisiana. Go, nephew. There's a lot of Louisiana tonight. Got a Louisiana Cajun flavor to the live stream tonight. One down here. I tell you what, you got a 0-2 count. Do you waste a pitch? He does not. That's coming right to us. And I tell you what, we had an opportunity there. If Colton would have dove over the fence, you got to die for that one, Colton. You just got to lay out, man, you know. And Colton must have trusted me. He never even looked up. He had all the faith in the world in me there. Never looked up and just knew I was going to take care of him. And that's a lot of faith in one guy. But I tell you what, we got to look out for each other. Man, it is getting really, really windy here. I'm trying to keep everything down. We don't really have any paperweights, so I'm using McDonald's cups and some pretzels. And I really intend on eating those pretzels pretty soon, too. And I hope you can't hear that wind. We've never really been exposed like this doing a live stream when it's been this windy. So hopefully that isn't coming through our headset. And if it is, I really do apologize. I don't really know what we can do if it is. Runner on first again here. We've got one down. 1-2 count. Kemp doing a good job of getting ahead of the count with this batter here, and that is Privet. Very tall, long arms, long legs, and he is built like a ball player now. He really is. There's a pitch off speed in the dirt, wasting it there, trying to get him to chase. Privet says, I'm good. I think I'll stick to the heart of the plate here. Mark Lockwood says he is running. He kept running. Janae, little force gump there for you. High pitch. I tell you what, it started off 0-2, and Privet's worked it to a full count here. I'm going to call this one here. Colton, I'm going to say a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. Here we go. See what happens. Nostradamus, not so much. It's going to be a walk instead. Inside pitch. 4 straight pitches that did not find the heart of the plate in the strike zone for Kemp. Again, Kemp is the third pitcher of the day for Corning. Bo Young started on the rubber, and then Cole Guthrie toed the mound, and in comes Clayton Kemp. Got 2 runners on right now, first and second. Pitch looked pretty good from here, but I think it was called a ball. We really can't see the umpire right now. The coaches are in the way, but it was according to the scoreboard. 1-0 count as Kemp pitches from the stretch here. Privet not much of a lead, and I don't think Singley's got much of a lead over at second either. They're kind of staying close to the bag. 1 out. Pitches right down central. Beautiful looking shot there by Clayton Kemp. This was a beautiful day for baseball. Now, I know the sun is set and everyone's kind of chilly right now because it is a little windy. That wind's kind of picking up a little bit here and there. A little bit of a gust. Hard hit ball to left field. Is it going to get down? Is it fair? It is. I think it is fair. No, they're going to say foul. man, from where we are, it's really, really tough to even gauge it. But I was watching the umpire's reaction, and at first it looked like he made the signal for fair, and then he put his other hand out to say it wasn't. It was foul. So I'm kind of going off his reaction, and it was very, very mixed. A lot of mixed reviews there. That's what we need to do. We need to get a camera down the foul lines. Maybe we can attach one to the foul pose. That would be awesome. I don't know if the AAA will let us do that or not, but we're going to try it. High major league fly ball here. Who's going to take it? It's going to drop! Shallow right center. Miscommunication down there, or out there, I should say, between the center fielder, Riley Grubb, and the right fielder, Parker Davis. Oh, it wasn't one of those things where the wind kind of catches it, or maybe the lights. I think both of them were looking right at it and there, and and here's the thing. Typically, that's a center fielder's ball. You want your center fielder calling off that right or left field. You want him kind of taking over. But I know Parker was coming in there and seemed like he was in good position too. That's tough, man. That's just tough. But either way, it's really tough for the Bobcats because now the bases are loaded. And there's a chopper to the third base. Do you go home with it? I think he is. Oh, it went off his helmet. Tough break. That's going to score another run more than likely. Here they come. Slide down home the plate. The plate is safe. Got underneath the tag. Good throw by Clay Smith. Man, that is really, really tough. Maybe a lob there in hindsight. I don't know. That's tough, you know. And there's a replay. I don't know if you can see it. You can see the second slide. That was really close right there. Wow. Man, I really, from where we were standing, I thought that little dribbler was going to be foul, and it wasn't. And Cole Guthrie did a really good job of coming up. I mean, he did. He did a really good job of coming up in a hurry to get it and not letting the umpire make that decision for you, and kind of nonchalantly just threw it straight line there. But either way, swinging through it, my goodness, and with authorities, Palmer. He was trying to send that one to the state line. 0-1 count, one down here. It's 9-3 in favor of Pocahontas in the top half of the seventh inning. I thought it was the sixth inning, but I may be wrong. Either way, that pitch looked pretty good. Must have been outside. Mr. Umpire did not like it. Rebecca Stanley says, woohoo, guys. Kathy Seamless says, woohoo, Redskins. I tell you what, they are doing a really good job. Missy Burke says, I don't hear any wind, so does Kath. Thank you, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all letting me know. I really don't know. Oh, great job by Cole Guthrie. He's going to short arm it to home. There's a tag. It's applied. Did he hang on to the ball? No, it's safe. The ball came out, I guess. I don't know. Can we see a replay on that one, Colton? I don't know if it we got a play on it either way, but we were looking at a different bag there. That's okay. I'm not sure. It looked like Clay had trouble corralling it down there. And now Coach Murray's out there talking. Coach George, I should say, actually is out there talking. And I'd love to hear what the interpretation of this is. It's one of those things. Sometimes, these umpires, they want you to show that baseball after you make the tag. And that's not always necessarily fair to me, really. I mean, if you make the tag, you make the tag. And then if you go to try to show him, then you lose the ball. It's kind of a transfer type of deal almost. Cole Guthrie, long throw across the diamond. Rhett Eddington could not scoop. It's going to score a run for Pocahontas. Here comes the other. He's hustling. And that's number 14. That's Palmer. Play at the plate. There's not a play at the plate. No throw from Rhett Eddington. Pocahontas plates 2 there on what we thought might have been a pretty easy 6-3 there, but not the case. Again, that hot corner over there is not easy. Again, you got a little bit of wind out here tonight too. It's that temperatures have really dropped. Your feeling of the baseball. Not making excuses for the kid, but still very, very tough. I give Nichols credit for hustling down the line there too. Hard hit there. It's going to be to the shortstop. Cannot get to it. Bo Young. It's going to creep through there through the infield, and that's your leadoff batter for Pocahontas Martins. And he's on. One down, and the floodgates have opened here for Pocahontas, scoring 5 in this inning. 12-3. Man, 7-3, you kind of felt like he's still within striking distance, and now it just has a totally different feel to it. Excuse me, I had a little hiccup there. I couldn't control it. I tried, but I couldn't. Fastball, hard hit, base hit in left field. And of course, Eddington's sending the runners. One's going to score. Here comes the other one to third. It's going to be a double for White. I'll tell you what, Charlie White was standing on second by the time that play at third even became close. Like, I don't know that I could be wrong on this, but I don't know that Martins was even diving yet, and Charlie White was already standing on second. That kind of speed I say speed kills, man. You either have it or you're chasing it. And we hope that we've got a Pocahontas player out there, and I think that was Martins. I hope he's okay on the slide. Looks like he's a little banged up. Hoping that he's okay. He's a little slow, kind of walked out there. Of course, umpire is going to give him his time, and like he should. Coach Eddington says, all right, kid, let's play some ball. Tough kid. He's going to stay out there. He's on third base, 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out. Kemp's got to find a way to dig deep here and get out of this inning. There's a pitch. Fastball right down central to Chester. Dawson Chester. Again, Kemp was the third pitcher coming in here tonight for the Bobcats. Chopper right up the middle. It's going to be a base hit. It's going to score 1 run. I think it's going to score 2. It will. Dawson Chester, have you a night, young man? And the junior Clayton Kemp is, man, he's struggling right now. Give Pocahontas credit. A few of these are some pretty hard hits, I'll be honest with you. But a few of these are just some dribblers that are just, honestly, they're just eking their way through the infield. That's two base hits that were in the infield that probably bounced 2, maybe 3 times before it got to the outfield and somehow squeezed its way through. Just tells you how fast the field's playing right now, especially in the infield. I know the drainage system here really, favors the infield more than the outfield. It's a little tougher out there in the outfield. It's a little bit wetter, a little more damper out there. It's really tough for these infielders. That ball's coming in hot and heavy. 2-0 count here. Man, beautiful night. Sound like our Lady Bobcats are really just rolling. I mean, rolling over there against Blytheville right now. We haven't had an update recently, but I know they've done a fantastic job. Won 26-0 the first game. They were up 10-0 after 1 inning of the second game, and Coach Songer's got those girls playing lights out. As Pam Bobby Lowe is watching Chad Stallings, Rebecca Stanley said those Redskins are on fire. They are right now. They've plated 8 runs, folks. Count it, 8 runs in this inning. And listen, it's not over. There's only 1 down. They got a runner on. 3-1 count here, too. You expect a fastball coming if you're singly. Joshua Scott and Jesse Wright. Hey, Jesse Wright, I want to talk to you. I want to try to get a tournament out there at the Victory Lake Sports Complex. I know we've talked about it many times before, and I'd like to make that a reality. And we need to get together on that if we can, Jesse, and get that done. I know there's a lot of work probably still needs to be done, and Jesse does a fantastic job over at the baseball programs and such. I know Mike Townsend kind of helps out with the softball stuff. They got a board as well, and a lot of hard workers over there. But I'd like to get that stuff done if we can, get some people into our town and spending some money. And instead of our kids traveling so far away for these games, we can kind of have them close to home here. 2 on here, and I thought that was a strike, but however, Mr. Umpire did not. It's going to be a 1-0 count. Again, 1 down, top of the 7th inning. The lights are on here. Sunset behind home plate. Kemp from the stretch, high inside. Kemp has a really quick delivery. It's almost like he's not stepping all the way through or falling all the way through, but it's coming in there hot and heavy, though. A little bit low there. Kind of losing the command here is Clayton Kemp. It's a 3-0 count. You definitely don't want to walk the bases loaded here, that's for sure. You like to have a double play to get out of this inning if you can. Coach Dustin Eddington and these Pocahontas Redskins have came to play right off the bus, man. And the Bobcats did have a really good first inning. It was 3 up, 3 down, and you really thought, man, Bo Young, he's looking good early on. And of course, again, I don't think Bo's 100% healthy. And of course, that's when Pocahontas started. And it wasn't like all the runs came in 1 inning. I mean, they scored 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth. They scored 1 in the fifth, and they've scored 8 here in the 7th. As we've got a mound visit here, Coach Kyle George comes out, talks to his players. Again, I believe there's going to be a JV game. I could be wrong. And I think it's just going to be 3 innings, if I'm not mistaken. And 19-0 over there, says JR. Actually, if JR wants to every once in a while, get some video over there of the softball game as well. Maybe we can get 2 games in 1 here. I don't know if he's able to from there. High fly ball just over us right here. And Gayla Blanchard. Gayla's got to dive for that one. I mean, she's got to jump out for that one. My goodness. Miss Davis over there, too. Neither one of y'all dive for that one, man. Yeah, she was ducking, said Miss Davis. Good arm by Gayla. She throws it in. My goodness. You're going to ice that thing tonight. Yeah. trying to have a little fun here. You can really see JR. He really sticks out with that bright orange out there. JR is our cameraman out in right field right now. Low pitch there. It's going to bring the count to 2-1 with one down here in the top half of the 7th inning. And I believe that's Cooper finished. We've got a pinch hitter in here, and he's staying alive there, chopping it back to the catch fence behind him. 2-2 count with one out. Can't see them from here, JR says. Okay, all right. Oh, and there goes my lineup. Man, the wind is really picking up out here at Bobcat Field. I apologize. Thank you, sir. Yep. Mr. Colton Lettyman there helping me out. I'm going to find something here that'll weigh it down high. Chopper. It's going to go over. No, it won't go over I was going to say it's going to go over the visitor's dugout, but it does not go over the visitor's dugout. In fact, it plants right on it. And all the players kind of ducked as soon as it hit there. It's like a bomb going off just about. 2-2 count. We'll see if Kemp out of the windup can get out of this inning. Good job. Good morning. Good evening. Good night, says Clayton Kemp. Take a seat. Good pitching there. Maybe just pitch out of the windup. Maybe that's what it is, you know. And Kemp's going to continue to do that here. I'm trying to get a jersey number there. I think it's number 16. Can't tell for sure. I think it's Drew Capps that's in here to hit right now for Pocahontas. He takes the first pitch. It's high. A little bit inside. It's going to be a ball. Appreciate David White tonight. He came out here and did a little photography. We'll get those pictures uploaded here next day or two for you. Another inside pitch. Man, you got to be very careful there. You don't have anywhere to put him right now. The base is loaded. 2 outs here. You like to just get out of this inning if you can. And Drew Capps is up there dancing right now to try to elude these baseballs. Hard hit up the middle. That's going to plate 2. And, I don't think Coach is very happy right now. Privet kind of held up at second there. I think he wanted him pushing for third. But either way, they plated 2, did the Pocahontas Redskins. And, man, the route is on right now for Pocahontas. It is 17-3. If I'm adding this up right anyways. First game of the season, though, listen, I mean, that's just one of those deals. It's, you come out and, you're not sure what you really have yet. Obviously, I know you've got out here and practiced a lot and put a little bit of time in, but again, until you get out there and face an opponent, you really don't know what you have, and that's just the truth. And listen, Coach Kyle George did a fantastic job with this baseball program. Kyle was he was a graduate here of Corning High School, very good ball player, class of 2001. I think this is his 4th year as a head coach, maybe the 10th year overall as an assistant. And I tell you what, he's been to they won a regional championship here under him. They've had 2 state appearances, and one of them was they made it to the state quarterfinals and really close to making it to the semifinals. And as that pitch gets away, and Dustin Eddington, it's a very classy act there. They don't advance the runners. Very, very classy there. Good sportsmanship by Dustin and the Pocahontas boys. We appreciate that. Hey, that's number 13 up here. Let's give Wilson Rudder some love. The third baseman, he is digging in that dirt, is Wilson. Swinging through that pitch. Good pitch by Clayton Kemp. But again, Kyle George took over, and he's done a fantastic job. I know last year wasn't quite the season that they wanted to have, but I feel like he's a good enough coach that he ain't going to stay down too long. And I feel like this team has an opportunity if they can get together. And again, there's some things that's kind of going against them. Bo Young probably isn't 100% healthy, and 100% healthy Bo Young makes a huge difference, especially on the mound. And he's very good at the plate, but when you got to kind of nurse things the entire year, this ain't like he got hurt midway through the year, end of the year. He's been dealing with this for a while, so really, really tough. They're holding the runner on to the Bobcats. Chopped away foul on the visitor side there over the backstop. It'll be Deuces Wild, 2-2 count with 2 outs. Alexandria Lettyman's tuning in with us. Nicholas Hudson, Jonathan Nada, Calvin Burkhart, Pete Prater, Bobby Hart, the athletic director of the Hope Bobcats. Another Bobcats over there. They were very nice to us and allowed us to come down there to stream a rivalry game, and we had an absolute blast. Great hospitality. And, Bobby, if you're listening, we sure appreciated you, buddy. And I wouldn't mind coming back someday, to tell you the truth. That was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that. A slice of the good life, Hope, Arkansas. Low pitch, but it's a strike right at the knees. Good job by Clayton Kemp getting out of the inning here. We're going to go to the bottom half of the 7th inning with Pocahontas leading 17-3. And it's dark out here. The lights are on, and the wind is picked up. And, again, it is kind of blowing out towards, I would think, right field more, maybe even right field first baseline, if you will. Sun's almost fully set behind us here. Great crowd tonight, and they've actually stuck around, too. Really good crowd. We appreciate everybody for tuning in with us as well online. It means a lot to us, and mean a lot if you could share the feed as well. And we'll do a little bit better on our next production. We'll have a cameraman ready. We'll know the different angles and stuff. And I wasn't joking about that foul pole thing. I kind of really want to do that now. I don't know. It just makes me want to. I don't know if we're allowed to. I'll have to call Mr. Derrick at the AAA again, and he's going to get tired of me bugging him. But I've only called him probably 15 times since we started this. Hey, can we do this? Hey, are we allowed to do this? Hey, what about this? So about got him on speed dial now. But anyway, we'll find out. George Zayas, that's the man we were talking about earlier. George is fantastic. Look at that sharp. He got the bow tie. See, he can do the bow tie. I can't do the bow tie. Just can't do it. Just cannot do it. You see Coach Murray over there hanging over the dugout there. Again, these Bobcats, this is their first game of the season opener and the home opener. It looks like the softball game is finally over. The Chickasaws buses are starting up. Got the lights flashing. You know what? That bus is almost in dead center. If you're a hitter right now, you're looking out there at that really, really bright strobe light flashing. That's not a very good hitter's background at all. It's a very interesting place to park the buses there, but either way, man, it is like dead center, too. That's got to play a factor. And at the height of it, if you're looking as a batter right now back there, we probably don't have a camera to really show that, I don't think. But that pitch is in there for a strike. 0-2 count here. Again, no outs here. This is the bottom half of the 7th inning. But we don't have a camera to show that. But I promise you that thing is very, very bright and right in the batter's eye right now. Low pitch in the dirt. He stayed away from it. Great job there. And we've got Chester in here pitching again. He came in relief of Mason. Mason did a fantastic job tonight. Got in a little bit of trouble there in that last inning, the 6th inning it was, and gave up 2 runs. But they did a good job of limiting the damage. That could have been a lot worse. We got caught still in that inning too, and that would have been another run batted in. But coulda, woulda, shoulda stuff is all out there. So there we go. You can't really see it from that camera there, but that bus right there is in dead center, and I just got hit in the back of the head. You sucker. Keep going if you know what's good for you. I'm kidding. That was Gayla Blanchard. But, it out at first there. But it has a strobe light on it. And, man, it was just right in dead center and right in their way. And I think he's still – no, he's off now. That's okay. But we've got 2 down here, bottom of the 7th. And let's see who the final hope is here for the Bobcats. I can't hardly even see a number on that, to be honest with you, out there. We're just in a bad spot from where we're at over here. It's really hard to see anything at all. I think it's Hudson. It is Hudson. A little scrappy-do up there. Camden's a good little ball player. Really, really is. And, he's one of the younger ones out here. He is a sophomore for Corning. But a very good ball player. And there goes the bus. I don't know why JR's following the bus, but he's following the bus. The Blytheville Chickasaws bus driver just got a little time there, a little 15 seconds of fame from J.R. Roark. That was that strobing light we were talking about. It's finally out of here, so maybe we can hit a baseball here. And Camden Hudson does. A little dribbler past the pitcher. No, the pitcher somehow backhands it, makes the play at first. Great job there by Camden to dig that one out and try to run it out. However, Pocahontas came up with the play, and fantastic job by Coach Dustin Eddington and these Pocahontas Redskins. 17-3. Wow. And I tell you what, they did it, a barrage of offense in different innings. I mean, they scored in, 6 different innings, folks. 6 out of the 7 innings they scored, and they definitely earned that victory right there. Russell Goetz said, enjoying the game from Texas. Great picture. Thanks for the shout-out. Nephew pitched well. Yes, he did, Russell. He pitched extremely well. You got to be proud of that young man. He really pitched good, and nothing definitely to hang his head about. I know he came out there, there in the 6th inning, but man, did a really good job. You know, that pitch count gets up there pretty high. These young kids, it's tough, man. It really is. And you've been out there all day, and you know the third time around, it's a lot easier for these hitters. They've seen you enough, and to start making some better contact. And you know they've seen your pitches, seen all your pitches, and of course they've reported back to their players too as well. So, and I believe we're going to have a JV game here, and I think my understanding is it's 3 innings. If I'm not mistaken, as Jamie Ward also says, go Skins. Kathy Seaman says, good game, Redskins. Rebecca Stanley says, yay, Redskins. I believe Coach George told me this was a 3-inning game. Let's see here. Let's see what he told me. JV will only be 3 innings, 3 outs, or 3 runs, and then we switch to the next half of the inning. So, again, 3 outs or 3 runs will be – I'm going to write that down so I don't 3 outs or 3 runs. And I think Angela Blankenship's trying to get a hold of me. I'm going to answer this message here real quick. Again, guys, I apologize. I got to make a few messages here because I was supposed to have been somewhere tonight at 7 for a meeting, and I'm not going to be able to make that now. If I can find who I'm supposed to get a hold of. There we go. Won't be able to make the 7 o'clock meeting tonight. There we go. All right. And I guess we will essentially reset the scoreboard. Colton's already ahead of me. Never mind. He's already done it. He's not playing around. He ain't playing any games. I like it. Like it, love it. Want some more of it. Jennifer Woolard, she kept giving us some updates of the softball game. Man, our softball team is, they are on a roll early on, and we love to see that, love to hear that. Guys, I'm going to take a break from the audio. Actually, I'll tell you what we might do. We haven't given our sponsors any love. I think we're going to give our sponsors some love, and we'll be right back with the JV game, guys. Right back into these words from our sponsors.
Harold's Barbecue out of Corning, Arkansas. Proud sponsors of the Corning Bobcats. The best barbecue in town by a stoplight. Stop by and say hi to the crazy pitmaster, Lyndon Massey. Carry out, dine in, catering. Come hungry, leave happy. Harold's Barbecue. A big thanks to Goodman Drug Company out of Corning, Arkansas. Kathy Goodman and staff would like to invite you to drop by for any of your pharmaceutical needs and or Razorback and Bobcat apparel. Drop by and see them Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30. And Saturday, 9 to 1, or use the convenient drive-thru. Goodman Drug Company out of Corning, Arkansas. Red Taylor Ford, locally owned and operated by the Taylor family since 1977. Their company has been an integral part of the Corning community since their beginning, participating and or donating to basically every major community project to come before them. They have a top-notch service department with master certified technicians. Contact them for all of your automotive needs at 870-857-3516 or at www.redtaylorford.com.
This is Mike Vincent, Certified Public Accountant. I've been a Bobcat fan for as long as I can remember, having worn the black and gold as a student years ago. Join me in supporting our students as they proudly represent our school and community. And come see me on 2nd Street in downtown Corning for all your tax and accounting needs. Go Bobcats.
CSR would like to thank Parkview Restaurant of Corning, Arkansas for their sponsorship. Parkview offers breakfast, lunch, and supper, including daily plate lunches. And they have a deli with a variety of lunch meats and nightly specials. Amy and Danny and Jordan are big supporters of Corning Bobcat Athletics. Thank you to Parkview Restaurant. A special thanks to Richardson Family Dentistry out of Corning, Arkansas. Locally owned, locally operated, a fine dental office with a great staff that are all proud sponsors of the Corning Bobcat Athletics program. Richardson Family Dentistry. Your local Farm Bureau insurance company introducing Ag Promise, an exceptional policy that protects everything farmers rely on. Ag Promise is a competitively priced, easy to understand, and tailored to meet your specific needs. That's Farm Bureau's commitment to you, and they have a team of local agents and adjusters ready to back it up. Give them a call today to protect your agribusiness. It's not complicated, it's a promise. Ag Promise, 870-857-6788. A special thanks to Solace Grain Bins and S&L Irrigation on their sponsorship. Whether it's grain bins, wells, pumps, underground pipe, or any service of that nature, Solace Grain Bins and S&L Irrigation will take care of you. Rhonda and Jerry Solace would like to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the upcoming season. First Choice Healthcare in Corning, Arkansas, proud sponsors of Corning Bobcat Athletics, celebrating 25 years of community health care. At First Choice Healthcare, we practice compassionate, affordable health care for everyone to help improve lives and build healthier communities.
Let's go. All right, guys, we got Andy doing a little camera work now, or trying to. I should have put that other camera in a different position out there. It's got our ugly mugs on it. Do we have rosters for these boys? I can't even see their numbers from here. That wind was blowing right in my face out there, pretty much, and it has messed up my contact. So I can't see very good right now. But anyway, looks like we got Landon Lucas pitching for the Bobcats. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on right now. Pitch coming. It's a high swing and a miss. Strike out. What does first batter? How'd the first batter get out? Was it that strike out or hit? You weren't paying no attention either. I was making my way from right field up here and I didn't see it either. But anyway, we got 2 outs either way. Pitch coming in, it's going to be a strike. And I think that's number 15, maybe? 16? Well, that's nice. They don't even have a number 16. They got 2 number 17s on the roster. So I don't have a clue who this is. 16. Drew Capps batting. All right. Pitch swung at and missed, and I missed a pitch while I was trying to figure out who was batting. But anyway, that was strike 3. So 1, 2, 3. Top of the first here for Landon Lucas. We're going to be going to the bottom half of the first inning, and somebody don't even catch a fly ball coming to him. Number 7, who was that? Oh, Kyle. Kyle not paying attention, coming in from center field. Coach Murray threw him a baseball, and he just let it drop to the ground. But anyway, this is the junior varsity game. Probably going to be a 3-inning ball game, is what they normally are. So I'm assuming that's still going to be the same. Number 30 for Pocahontas to be pitching is going to be Joel Marlowe. That sun went down, wind blowing, got a little cool. Oh, well, Andy out here in shorts and short sleeve shirt, but
I need to get the camera over there.
get some what?
Some crowd people in there.
Oh, yeah. I tried to get crowd people a while ago, and y'all wouldn't camera to me.
I did a little bit.
Oh, did you? I never seen it come on. I must have missed it.
Looks pretty good. Yeah. I'll get some people. I'll walk him if I need to get him.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. Sorry, I'm trying to get stuff to quit blowing around on us here. That ain't gonna work neither. There you go. We got it taken care of now. Got that problem. Looks like leading off's going to be, I believe that's John Swint, number 11. Be leading off for the Bobcats. Marlowe pitching. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be low, in the dirt, to the fence, to the backstop. 1 ball, no strikes. Probably be clearing my throat quite a bit. I've got a little bit of I've got Andy's cough he had for 2 weeks or whatever, I guess. I'm going to blame it on him anyway. Pitch number 2 is also low. Look like an off-speed pitch. It's going to be 2-0. Marlowe with the pitch. It's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's the pitch. It's going to be low. Just a little low. 3 balls, 1 strike. And next pitch is low and in, it appears. It's going to be ball 4. Be a runner on first. Next up is going to be Fisher Francis, batting second. Swint with the lead off first. And he's going. Ball's low, throw down, and it's late. It's all the way into center field, but there's going to be no advance. Swint's on second, runner on second, nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes. Marlowe's ready to pitch. It's hit to center field, pretty well hit, but right to the center fielder, and I have no clue what number that is. But anyway, whoever's out there for Pocahontas caught it. Good read on the ball, and tracked her down, caught it for the first out. Kyle Bass is going to be the third batter. We're going to have a runner on second, 1 out. Marlowe set. The pitch. It's going to be just a little low, maybe outside. Like I said, it's hard angle to tell for sure where it was at. Hatton looked like pretty close to the same spot. It was called a strike. Got a good lead by Swin out there on second base. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And keep an eye on him. Pitch is low. It's to the backstop. Swint moves up to third. I believe that's... Did he call that a strike? They got a strike. They got 1 ball, 2 strikes on the board, but I think it's 2 balls and 1 strike. But I could be wrong. Low. Runner on third, 1 out. The board says 2-2. I think it's 3-1. That ball was to the backstop, and Swint scores. So I guess it was 2-2, because now it's 3-2. He's still batting, so I'm not sure where the second strike come in at, but anyway, I guess I missed it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 run in. And that's high ball 4. Kyle Bass is going to be on first with a walk. Colin Wilson's going to be up to bat. And Kyle will be another one you have to watch. He's pretty quick. He might get the green light here on pitch number 1. There he goes. Slow and not quite to the backstop, but behind the catcher. And Kyle's on second base. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runner on second. Now, he might very well go on to third here. Like I said, he's pretty quick. Big lead. It's to the backstop, and he's going to take third. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. Marlowe's having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone early on. That was a strike at the knees. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The runner on third base and 1 run already in. Got boys out there running from the last game around center or around the fence. That was swung on and missed by Wilson. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Comes the pitch. Strike 3 called. It was a drop third strike. And the batter didn't run, so he is tagged out for the second out. So now we got 2 outs, runner on third base. And I missed the number going out there. That ball was in the dirt, but called a strike. Kyle Bass scores on the pass ball. Is that? Can you see that number on the batter? Yeah. I'll see it here in just a minute. It's going to get close enough to me anyway. Anyway, he hit it. Number 9. I thought that looked like Eli up there, but I couldn't find the number to verify, and I didn't want to say it and, upset somebody else. But anyway, he grounds out to the pitcher. It'll be a 1-3 put out for the third out of the inning. After 1 inning, it's going to be 2-0 Bobcats. It looks like they're going to leave Landon Lucas out for another inning to pitch. I'll try to tell you where everybody's playing at if I can see everybody's number. I ain't no way I can see everybody's number. But anyway, Colin Wilson's on first. Parker Davis is on second. John Swint's on short. And guys, third base is too far away. I cannot see a number. That's probably Fisher Francis, but I'm not sure. I bet that's Fisher. Right field's going to be Colton Green. Center field's Kyle Bass. And left field is, what's that number, 3? Oh, my gosh. It's Camden Hudson maybe in left field. Guys, my contact is might as well just be out of my eye because I can't see nothing. I think it's about dried out on me. But anyway, I'm trying to battle through as best I can. Looks like 13. Rudder. Oh, nope. He's on deck. They switched on me. 15 maybe. No, ain't no 15 on there. 19. Try that. Okay, maybe this is his lineup here. Nash, Tony, maybe. I don't really know I don't know if that's Tony or how you say his last name. But anyway, I believe that's number 19 up to bat. First pitch coming. It's going to be low. Into the backstop, ball 1. These umpires are bundled up like it's 25 degrees out here. Got earmuffs on, gloves on. Well, the first base umpire does anyway. Landing with the pitch. It's going to be hit to third base. Throw across the field. It's going to be late. So I'm going to call him Nash because I know I'm saying that first name right. So he got a single to third. So we got a runner on first with nobody out. We've got Wilson Rudder up to bat. It's going to be a lefty batting. See if Nash has got a green light here. He does not. Swing and a miss, a little out in front of that pitch by Landon. No balls, 1 strike. Nobody out yet. Runner's going. A little late jump. It's popped up to right field in the gap, and Colton just missed it. It's going to be a double. Nick Johnson, this is going to be junior varsity. The varsity game was played first. It's the 7-inning ball game in high school. This is just going to be a 3-inning ball game for it's what they call for junior varsity. So we've got runners on second and third. Lucas with the pitch, up balls to the backstop. Runners coming from third. It's going to be a close play. Goes head first, and he's safe. So it makes it 2-1. Runner on third now. 1 ball, no strikes. Lucas with the pitch. It's going to be a dribbler to in between third and short. It was knocked down by Swint, but it's not going to be a play. It's second run's going to score. That was 8. I'm sorry about that. That's Will Mason. I didn't tell y'all who was batting when he was up there. But anyway, he hit a nice hit between third and shortstop, knocked down by Swint, but got a single out of it. Lucas pitching to number 17, I believe, Michael Snow. Swing and a miss on the first one. No balls and 1 strike. Still nobody out here in the top half of the second. Lucas ready. Pitch. That one's going to be a line drive to third underneath the glove of Fisher Francis. Just didn't quite get his glove to the ball quick enough. So it's going to be a little single for Snow. Next batter is, I believe that's going to be 20. Jace Tilley. First pitch, swung and missed. It's a little bit of a low pitch, and he pitch number 2's fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes. Got runners on first and second here. And coach has had them planted. He's not been moving them. They're still staying, and the pitch is a called strike 3. Looked like right down the middle. Catcher didn't even look like he moved his glove from where we were sitting. So that's a good pitch by Landon Lucas for the first out of the inning. Still a little bit of trouble. We got runners on first and second. 1 out. And that first pitch is fouled off by number 2, Cooper Fish. Lucas is ready. Here he comes with the pitch. It's going to be a little low, maybe outside as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ooh, boy, that looked good. Looked to be right down the middle from here, but like I said, like Andy's told you a few times, we don't have the best of angles, so umpire said no, so it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Still got runners on first and second. Second base got a big lead. swing and a miss by Fish. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You have to watch that guy on second base. He's got an enormous lead over there, and nobody's even thinking about holding him on. There's 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch is fouled out of play. So the count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now, I don't know how quick that boy is out there on second base, but I'd let him steal a couple. Oh, they're going to sneak over behind him a little bit now. It's a ground ball to second base. Going to try for 2 here. To second for 1. To first is late, and the ball gets away. And the runner's going to score from second. And I guess they've got a 3-run limit per inning in this game because they scored 3 and come off the field. So we're going to go to the bottom half of the second with the Redskins up 3-2. Got Andy doing a little crowd panning there. Looking at some of our fine folks that joined us at the field tonight on this beautiful day. A little breezy since the sun went, well, I mean, it was a little breezy before the sun went down, but I think it's got more breezy since the sun went down. Going to have number 13. Is that who's pitching will it go? No, I don't think so. Wilson Rudder's going to be pitching. I don't believe he was the one that threw last half inning. No, he wasn't because he's lefty. So anyway, Wilson Rudder's going to be the new pitcher coming in for Pocahontas. Going to throw this second inning. Really know what grade that boy's in, but he's got pretty good zip on his warm-up pitches anyway. And generally speaking, left-handers have kind of natural movement with their pitches. So if you have your natural movement and you learn additional movement, it can be really tough to hit a left-hander at times. We'll see how the Bobcats fare against him this bottom half of the second. Looks like Colton Green's going to be leading us off here when the warm-ups get done. Stuff's trying to blow away on us again. You hear something smack me in the face, it's probably not Colton. You go fast with that camera, it kind of blurs out a minute, don't it?
Especially when it's low signal.
Yeah. Anyway, we're about ready for some bottom of the second inning action here. Sorry about that. I had a little coughing fit there. Wilson Rudder with his first pitch was high to Colton Green. Second pitch coming. Gonna be right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. I just say right down the middle. It's like we've mentioned before, we can't really see, but umpire called it, so it had to be right down the middle. Next pitch coming. Colton Green bailed out of the batter's box, and it was a called strike. So we got 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes next pitch. It's going to be high, 2-2. That was one of them, or possibly one of them things that I mentioned about the natural movement with lefties. That could have been one of them that Colton thought it was inside, and it come back to the plate. Comes the pitch. It's going to be a late swing, strikeout. For the first out, and we don't have a batter ready. So I'm not sure what's going on there. It might be our catcher or something. I'm not sure. Number 4, Landon Lucas. He's made it to the batter's box now, so we're ready. Here comes the pitch. Be outside. One ball, no strikes. Had a baseball outside the Redskins dugout that they had to pick up. Now we're back to game action. The pitch. Right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. Comes the pitch. That was high, but it's fouled off. It swung and fouled off out of play. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Them high pitches in baseball are hard to lay off of, especially at this age group. But I mean, any age group, you see a lot of major leaguers swing at them high pitches. Comes the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt, about 10 foot in front of the plate. Blocked nicely by the catcher. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on base. Here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Pitcher's ready. It's the pitch. And it's another one low. That one looked like it might have hit the plate. And that's what I say, catcher. I thought the catcher blocked it, but he got up and started looking for it, and it was laying right under him. So he did. He blocked it well again. Just like you want to do, block it to go right in front of you or right under you. And that went right under him. Stopped in the dirt. Full count offering coming. Here it comes. And that one's going to bounce well in front of home plate. And behind Landon Lucas, he's going to be walked. So after the walk, we got a runner on first, 1 out. Parker Davis going to be coming to the plate. Had a pitch just a little bit low. Lucas thought about going, changed his mind, so he's still at first base. It's got a big lead for a lefty on the mound. Lucas better watch that quick, deceptive move that the lefty's got on the mound. It can pick you off in a hurry. So might have been what coach just told him, because he's about a step and a half closer to the bag this time. 2 balls, 1 strike. I believe he was just informed that when he goes to the plate, go ahead and get your secondary. Take a couple more steps. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That's going to be a dribbler to short. Go to second, and he dropped the ball. So everybody's going to be safe. Randy Young says from DeQuincy, Louisiana, watching Hunter Singley, number 5 Pocahontas Redskins. Appreciate you tuning in, Randy Young. Now we got runners on first and second, 1 out. That first pitch was a called strike. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch coming. It's to the backstop. Runners are going to move up. So we've got runners on second and third, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kylie Benham says hi. Hi, Kylie. It's going to be a little dribbler to third when underneath his glove, Parker held up for just a minute to see what the ball was going to do, and then once it got bobbled around out there by under the glove of third baseman, bobbled around by the shortstop, he went on to third. Landon Lucas scored. It's going to tie us up. Runners on first and third with 1 out. Got runners on first and third. Let's see. Camden Hudson's on first base. We'll see if he takes second here. It's what Kyle, I think, is inquiring. Is like, why are you still standing on first base? You got a runner on third. So, first pitch to him was a strike. Next pitch, runner goes. It was a swinging strike. So now we got runners on second and third. No balls and 2 strikes on Bass. That no ball, 2 strike pitch was fouled off out of play. Sorry about the delay there. I was seeing if it was going to hit a vehicle or not. Next pitch coming. And it's going to be in the dirt to the backstop. Runner's going to advance and score. It's going to make it 4-3 Bobcats. With a runner, we've got a runner on third. Now, if that runner on third scores, that will be their third run of the inning, and the inning will be over. Ready for a pitch. It comes. It's going to be swung on. He was way ahead of that for strike 3. This second out. Batter's going to be John Swint. Coming up with 2 outs and a runner on third here in the bottom of the second. Comes the pitch. Ooh, called a strike. Right about the knees or a little below. Pretty good pitch. The umpire looked like he's been pretty consistent at giving that call since I've been sitting here. So, and swings at one in his eyes after that one he let go by. That was borderline low, but like I said, the umpire's been calling them pretty frequently down there. So next pitch coming. No balls, 2 strikes. That's way outside. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third in the bottom of the second. She's ready with the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So that's going to do it for the Bobcats in the bottom of the second. After 2, it's Bobcats 4, the Redskins 3. Why not? We're here. Why wouldn't we scream? Yes. We're going to have, for the top of the third inning, Corning's going to bring out John Swint to pitch the top half of the third. So we'll get him warmed up, and then we'll have some more top of the third baseball action coming to you. You know, if that wind would die down, I'd be fine. But that wind's about to freeze me out. And I've got more clothes on than Colton and Andy both, probably combined. And I work out in this stuff. But anyway, it was nice today. Get that camera off me. I'm hid right perfectly behind the monitor. That's perfect. First pitch is right down the middle for a strike. And I would tell you who's batting, but that's, does that say 30 or 36? Is there 36? I thought that was 36 a while ago. It's a Marlowe, and that just almost got a youngin' out there. Foul ball. It's going to be no balls and 2 strikes. Swint with the pitch. This is going to be a good off-speed pitch, just a little bit low. Probably his curveball. It's kind of a hard spot to tell for sure. Next pitch coming in, it's a little liner to shortstop, and it's missed. Kind of looked like that might have been a little off the end of the bat knuckleball that was hit. By the batter, actually. Not a knuckleball that was pitched, but looked like it was a knuckleball that hit, and it was knuckling to the shortstop, and he just misplayed it out there. So we got Marlowe on first. The pitch from Swint is a swing and a miss by number 16, Drew Capps. Marlowe with the lead, Swint ready to pitch. Pitch goes in. I think he swung at that, and he did, and it was called. Tried to check up, but just couldn't do it. No balls and 2 strikes. Good lead by Marlowe. Swint with the pitch, is bounced it on the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That pitch come in just a little bit high. 2-2. And Swint needs to check on this runner over here. He's getting a little bit bigger lead each time, I think. That ball's lined to left, and it's right at, was out on a transfer. a little miscommunication on the umpires and coaches and everything. It was out on a transfer. He caught the ball, transferred it to his hand, and dropped it. That's what the umpire called. But it didn't make it real clear, and so the runner on first went to second. So, anyway, a little miscommunication out there. Turned out to be a double play for the Bobcats and a double play against the Redskins. So now we got 2 outs with nobody on, and Swint just plunks the next batter. Hit by pitch right up in the shoulder area. And he comes down to first base laughing about it. Be number 19, Nash. I'm going to say it's Tony, because that's what it looks like. But anyway, Nash is easier, so we said we was going to go with that. Number 13's Rudder. Swint's ready with the pitch. Runner's going. Pitch was low. Throw down to second is late. And Nash with the stolen base. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Here in the top of the third. Big lead at second. A little dribbler back to Swint. He looks to second, which is, I don't know why, because there was 2 outs, and then throws it to first. And that should be it. That's ball game. 4-3 final in this junior varsity game tonight. So, anyway, appreciate everybody for tuning in with us. This is going to be all for us tonight. And Andy's not here to give you the Go Cats, so I'll do it for him. And that's all for us tonight. Go Cats.
Harold's Barbecue out of Corning, Arkansas. Proud sponsors of the Corning Bobcats. The best barbecue in town by a stoplight. Stop by and say hi to the Crazy Pitmaster, Lyndon Massey. Carry out, dine in, catering. Come hungry, leave happy. Harold's Barbecue. A big thanks to Goodman Drug Company out of Corning, Arkansas. Kathy Goodman and staff would like to invite you to drop by for any of your pharmaceutical needs and or Razorback and Bobcat apparel. Drop by and see them Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Saturday, 9 to 1, or use the convenient drive-thru. Goodman Drug Company out of Corning, Arkansas. Red Taylor Ford, locally owned and operated by the Taylor family since 1977. Their company has been an integral part of the Corning community since their beginning, participating and or donating to basically every major community project to come before them. They have a top-notch service department with master certified technicians. Contact them for all of your automotive needs at 870-857-3516 or at www.redtaylorford.com.
This is Mike Vincent, Certified Public Accountant. I've been a Bobcat fan for as long as I can remember, having worn the black and gold as a student years ago. Join me in supporting our students as they proudly represent our school and community. And come see me on 2nd Street in downtown Corning for all your tax and accounting needs. Go Bobcats.
CSR would like to thank Parkview Restaurant of Corning, Arkansas for their sponsorship. Parkview offers breakfast, lunch, and supper, including daily plate lunches, and they have a deli with a variety of lunch meats and nightly specials. Amy and Danny and Jordan are big supporters of Corning Bobcat Athletics. Thank you to Parkview Restaurant. A special thanks to Richardson Family Dentistry out of Corning, Arkansas. Locally owned, locally operated, a fine dental office with a great staff that are all proud sponsors of the Corning Bobcat Athletics program. Richardson Family Dentistry. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance Company introducing Ag Promise, an exceptional policy that protects everything farmers rely on. Ag Promise is a competitively priced, easy to understand, and tailored to meet your specific needs. That's Farm Bureau's commitment to you, and they have a team of local agents and adjusters ready to back it up. Give them a call today to protect your agribusiness. It's not complicated. It's a promise. Ag Promise. 870-857-6788. A special thanks to Solace Grain Bins and S&L Irrigation on their sponsorship. Whether it's grain bins, wells, pumps, underground pipe, or any service of that nature, Solace Grain Bins and S&L Irrigation will take care of you. Rhonda and Jerry Solace would like to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the upcoming season. First Choice Healthcare in Corning, Arkansas, proud sponsors of Corning Bobcat Athletics, celebrating 25 years of community health care. At First Choice Healthcare, we practice compassionate, affordable health care for everyone to help improve lives and build healthier communities. First Choice Healthcare, your community, your health. CSR would like to give a special thanks to B&B Well Drilling out of Peach Orchard, Arkansas, for their continued support of Corning Bobcat Athletics. Brian and Lisa Bass are proud graduates of Corning High School, and they invite you to call them for any of your well drilling needs. 870-215-3808, B&B Well Drilling. A big thanks to Clay County Electric Co-op out of Corning, Arkansas for their sponsorship. CCE is an electric utility company in Clay County with dedicated workers and a friendly staff, and have always been proud supporters of Corning Bobcat Athletics. Clay County Electric Co-op, 3111 US 67, Corning, Arkansas, 870-857-3521. A special thanks to Woolard Flying Service out of Corning, Arkansas for supporting Bobcat Athletics. Matt Woolard would like to wish the Corning Bobcats the best of luck this season and also remind them that the sky is the limit. Woolard Flying Service, 870-857-3839. A special thanks to Civil Engineering Associates for being proud sponsors of Corning Bobcat Athletics. 2 locations, one in Jonesboro, one in Poplar Bluff. Professional engineer John Seeley of CEA would like to wish the Corning Bobcats the best of luck on the upcoming season. Keith and Rhonda Turner of K-Ron Farms would like to encourage the community to support the students of the Corning School District. Whether it is a sporting event or an academic accomplishment, these students are representing our school. We need to let them know how proud we are of them. Let's show our Bobcat pride. It's great to be a Bobcat at K-Ron Farms. Looking for a good and reliable used car? Stop by and see the father-son combination of Mark and Kyle Williams at Mark's Car ER Auto Sales. Proud sponsors of the Corning Bobcats, locally owned and operated, 870-565-5046. Wiedemann Farms, 561 County Road 131 in Corning, Arkansas. Wiedemann Farms has been serving the Corning community since 1978. Larry and Mary Wiedemann are proud supporters of not only the city of Corning, but of Corning Bobcat Athletics. Wiedemann Farms, go Cats. The Corning Sports Report would like to give a special shout out to Boschlicker Brothers Farms for sponsoring our endeavor. The Boschlickers have always been avid Bobcats and avid supporter of all things Corning athletics. Thank you again, Boschlicker Brothers Farms. First National Bank takes the banking experience and customizes it to fit you. Whether it's supporting your Corning Bobcats or saving you time by eliminating trips to the bank, First National Bank puts you first, always. Member FDIC and equal housing lender, First National Bank. Corning Sports Report would like to give a special shout out to Jeremy and Amanda Wiedemann out of Corning, Arkansas. Extremely kind-hearted people who not only support the community, but they also support the Corning Bobcat Athletics. Jeremy and Amanda Wiedemann. The Corning Sports Report would like to give a special shout out to State Representative Joe Jett for sponsoring our endeavor. Mr. Joe Jett has always been active in the community, whether it's supporting the town of Corning or it's supporting Bobcat Athletics. This is a political ad paid for by State Representative Mr. Joe Jett. Corning Sports Report would like to give a shout out to Watson Oil Company for their continued support of Corning Bobcat Athletics. Locally owned, locally operated. Kelly and Chad Watson would like to wish the Corning Bobcats the best of luck on the upcoming season. Watson Oil Company, 406 Southeast 1st Street, Corning, Arkansas, 870-857-0006. Most of us are more comfortable doing important business with people we know and trust. You've been running into shelter insurance agent Kirk Scobie in Corning at church, at the grocery store, and the county fair for more than 25 years now. If personal service, trust, and easy access to your insurance agent are important to you, give Kirk Scobie or his team a call. Contact Kirk Scobie and ask about a free personal protection review for your auto, home, or life insurance today. From all the guys here at CSR, we'd like to give a special thanks to Mike Townsend. Mike Townsend is the owner and operator of Mike Townsend Farms, LLC out of Corning, Arkansas. Whether it's grain, lime, hay, byproducts, gravel, and litter, Mike Townsend Farms covers it all. Again, thank you to Mike Townsend Farms, LLC. Corning Sports Report would like to give a shout out to Rockwell Farms out of Peach Orchard, Arkansas. Logan and Karen Rockwell have been avid supporters of not only the city of Corning, but of Corning Bobcat Athletics. Logan and Karen would like to wish the Corning Bobcats the best of luck on the upcoming season. Rockwell Farms. CSR would like to give a special shout-out to Heritage Ag out of Hoxie, Arkansas. Serving Arkansas farmers since 1966, leading the farm equipment industry into the 21st century. Call Brody Morrow, salesman at 870-886-6663 or 870-809-1822, Heritage Agriculture of Arkansas. Hunting for a deal? Look no further than Legacy Equipment. Get a 1023E with loader as low as $133 a month. Need something bigger? Take home a 3025E with loader as low as $201 a month. Plus, take advantage of 0% for 84 months on all new John Deere Company utility tractors. Stop by any of Legacy Equipment's 7 convenient locations in Paragould, Corning, Piggott, Kennett, Hayti, Portageville, or New Madrid to take advantage of limited time savings. Some restrictions may apply. See dealer for detail. Offer ends November 1st, 2019. Sports Report would like to give a special thank you to Harold Implement out of Corning, Arkansas. The Moore family has always been active in the community of Corning and also Bobcat Athletics. It's not just an Ace Hardware store, it's also a licensed dealer of Yamaha, Polaris, and Bad Boy mowers. A special thank you again to Harold Implement out of Corning, Arkansas. Corning Sports Report would like to give a special shout out to Zach Brown Farms for their sponsorship. Zach Brown Farms has always been active in the community of Corning and also Bobcat Athletics. Zach Brown, being a former Bobcat himself, wants to wish the Bobcats nothing but the best of luck on this season. Zach Brown Farms, on the road to success.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to Conquest and roll on.
Midwest Auto Parts, longtime proud supporters of the Corning Bobcats. Locally owned by the George family and serving your community since 1946. Midwest Auto Parts.
Roll in to Conquest and roll on.
And welcome back here live at Bobcat Field here in beautiful crime-free Corning, Arkansas. Tough night for the Bobcats on their opener tonight, but hey, I tell you what, we are extremely proud of them. A lot of fighting those kids. And I tell you what, in that 6th inning, man, thought they were coming back and thought they had an opportunity to, to tie that thing up. And not sure why my iPad here is giving me all kinds of problems there. Trying to get you a little 4 square here if we can to end the night. Working it, and maybe not. Well, I tried. I certainly tried. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It acts a little finicky sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's the beautiful thing about live streaming. It's not really beautiful at all. Hey, guys, appreciate everybody for tuning in with us tonight. There's your 4 square there to end the night with it. Again, thanks to Coach Kyle George and Coach Murray for the hospitality and helping us out. Also, Greg Mock and Bob Smith on the IT part of it. They've done a fantastic job. We weren't real proud of the stream tonight. We just weren't ready. Honestly, we weren't ready for baseball season, and it kind of kicked us in the butt tonight. So we'll be a lot more prepared next time. We'll have some ideas. We'll probably get out here and test a little bit if we can. But thank you guys for tuning in with us tonight. This is a lot of fun. I love baseball, a little different animal. Very, very warm today. I think got in the high 60s, maybe even 70s, and that felt great. I know everyone's complaining out here. It's supposedly cold to them, but I got the shorts on, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. So, again, thanks to everybody that tuned in tonight. There's several of you guys, not even from Corning, just from everywhere, from Corning, Pocahontas. I had people from Louisiana, Texas, all over the place. We've been so fortunate. We've had 22 different countries that have tuned into us. We've had, I think it's 43 or 44 different states. I'm trying to get to the comments here. I apologize. I just haven't done it yet. Here we go. George Zayas, Doug Reed, they're on. Kylie Benham said hi. Hello, Kylie. Randy Young said from DeQuincy, Louisiana, watching Hunter Singleton, number 5, Redskins. We appreciate you for tuning in, Randy Young. Nick Johnson. Oh, was it the JV earlier, and this is varsity? The JV was second, Nick, and of course the varsity started off. Pam Brown was watching. Russell Gold, great job. Thanks for showing the JV game. Another nephew playing awesome. Love it. Harriet Dolan said, I lost you. We apologize, Harry. You lost us. Kathy Singley, thanks to the announcer. Great job. Hey, you're very welcome. I appreciate you telling me that. I need all the good vibes I can get, so I appreciate that. Jamie Ward says, go Skins. And George Zayas from New York. Love it. New York City, New York, the sharpest dressed man either side of the Mississippi with a bow tie. I just cannot do the bow tie. I'm just too chunky for that. But Bobcats fall here in the home opener, Bobcat Field. I believe our ladies softball, though, just across the way, won their doubleheader against the Blyville Chickasaws. Fantastic job. They are 4-0 is my understanding, Coach Songer and staff. So these boys here will regroup, and they'll get back at it. I know Coach Kyle Jordan, Coach Murray, they'll have them back in shape and back going again. And I'm not sure who's next on the agenda as far as the schedule. I don't even have it here in front of me, so I apologize about that. But I tell you what, they'll be definitely ready. It'll be their second game. You know, the biggest leap usually is from that first game to that second game, so they'll have an opportunity to make that leap. Guys, we appreciate everybody again for tuning in with us. I'm having all kinds of issues here with my devices and such. Got all kinds of problems going on here. But, again, we appreciate you tuning in with us. Again, if you get a chance to share this for all these kids, I know they would appreciate it. We appreciate everybody that was on tonight. Guys, hey, it was fun for J.R. Roark, for Colton Ladyman. David White was on photography. Everybody here at CSR, we appreciate you guys. Safe travels to Pocahontas. Congratulations to them. And as always, go.